shovel.
Shovel?
Because we have a body.
I forgot about the body.
Every 3 weeks in a row.
Yep.
And then there's like a week where we're not. This is one of those weeks where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We are the Initiative Syndicate. We're going to continue on our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. We're still doing the Tyranny of Dragons, kind of. Tyranny of Dragons redone, I guess. I don't know. Last session, you guys are still in Waterdeep. You guys talked to a dead body.
Yeah, we did.
You guys have the dead body in your bag.
It's fun. Yep.
Yeah, we do.
You guys found a treasure. You guys found one of the cards from the deck of many things. And one of you got a prophecy that you all are somehow connected by these cards.
Yeah. Did happen.
Did I miss anything else of importance?
Got Max a new body.
Max is now in a teddy bear body with
Yep.
red cowboy boots
Mm-hmm.
and a duster.
He's Max Ted Mosby.
Did you guys come up with a name?
No.
No?
No.
Whatever. Yeah, Schmosby.
Schmosby.
Classic Schmosby. Unbelievable.
What was his friend's name? Punchy.
Punchy, yeah. Punchy. Let's see. What else did we miss? Oh, yeah. The curse card under Otis from the deck of many things from the Dream of Lemmy. The fuck does that mean?
He had a vision, and you had.
Oh, I had the
Uriel.
curse
think.
card.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I had the void.
I had the rogue, and then he had a
Rogue and
ruin.
Ruins.
Yeah.
And there were other people, but he didn't recognize them or whatever.
Yeah,
And we
couldn't
gave
tell who they
Liz
were.
a paper bird to give us info on his research into the eye.
True. The eye.
The eye.
And then we sent Gus off to research that plant.
That seems ominous.
Alien plant.
The eye?
The eye.
Yeah, the eye.
Belzenok. The all-seeing eye.
Belzenlock.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is about this book, but sometimes my pen just doesn't work. So I write like that, and it doesn't. It's just I'm just writing "be in life," and then all of a sudden, first grader handwriting, because that's how the book or the pen. This is my fourth
First
pen.
grader, mine's worse than that normally. What are you talking about?
Mine is way worse.
I
than
normally
that.
have pretty good penmanship.
There's a reason why I don't
Jesus.
write down.
Woo!
Mine's worse. That's why I don't write. That's why I don't write. Right, and I write digitally.
Man, my battery is dead. I can't. It's
Yeah.
not dead.
Oh,
I mean,
your wall charger
Really
doesn't
got
work.
Pretty
Oh.
good penmanship.
Everything I was
Yeah,
plugged
I'm
in, the
jealous.
battery's still at 81%.
I'm jealous.
From
Wow.
last week, I haven't used the
But
computer
yeah,
at all.
so I'm writing
pretty
like you over here, and
All
it's
right.
like I can barely get the words, and I just have to.
All right,
breathe
so
it in.
you guys are still in Waterdeep.
Here we are.
Where did you guys park at the hook, line, and sinker?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we have
right.
parked.
We
Yeah,
just finished a long rest.
I think our plan was to go try to leave the city, tailing the cultists, assuming they're
Yeah, we got
any are still alive.
Well,
We
we're
got a
hired,
job.
We're hired, yeah, to do stuff up north.
protect the workers or whatever for the workhouse.
And the workhouse is where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, where the cultists allegedly
Yeah.
are supposed to go.
Roadhouse.
The roadhouse. Yeah, the roadhouse.
Something like that.
No, not something like that. I definitely said Roadhouse.
You said Roadhouse.
That's
You
where
said
Sam
Roadhouse.
Elliott is, right? Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I can't wait till we get there.
Well, it might be
Roadhouse.
Patrick Swayze's ghost.
You know, that's cool too.
Is Kevin Bacon gonna be there?
No, fuck Kevin Bacon.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. I love Kevin Bacon.
That was harsh.
Kevin Bacon was really good in that Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas
Kevin
special.
Bacon has been good in everything he's ever been in, but
It's true.
he was very good in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him in the X-Men as well when he was
Oh,
playing
yeah.
the villain. Man, fuck, did he kill it?
Oh yeah.
Did you ever see the show The Following?
Yeah.
Killed it
Like I
again.
said, has he ever been in anything that he wasn't good in? He might have been in movies that sucked, but he came in and gave you 110% Kevin Bacon. He gave you the Baconator performance,
As a crispy bacon.
and you're like, man, I wish this movie was better because he's so good in it.
Yeah.
Case in point, Hollow Man.
Yep.
Terrible movie, but Kevin Bacon is amazing in that movie.
And on the flip side, amazing movie, amazing Kevin Bacon, Tremors.
Yeah,
Top drawer.
that's probably one of my all-time favorite like monster horror movies.
Yeah, same. I saw that movie when I was, I don't know, 7 or 8.
And it
Scared the
shit
shit
out of you.
And when it pulled the car underground, I was like, I'm gonna throw up.
This can happen.
I was like watching it through one of the holes in my.
Because like when you're 7, you're still in that state of mind where anything's possible.
Yeah.
Even though you're starting to get that movies and cartoons and TV shows aren't necessarily true stories, but they could be.
I was like, I'm never going to the desert.
I'm never
This
going to the desert.
There's probably quicksand out there too. Thought that was going to be a bigger problem as an adult.
Yeah. I've never ran into quicksand one time, and they had all these warnings about it. You know.
I know, and like Princess Bride, I was like, shit, now I can't go to Force.
It's just a kissing book.
Sorry, I derailed us.
You know what? It was for good reasons.
So Kevin Bacon's going to be there. So let's get to the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Did we have to do anything else before we leave here on our caravan duties?
Don't think so.
Might need to grab a shovel on the way by.
Shovel.
Shovel might be a good idea.
Why don't we just dump the guy? Nobody likes him. We set him on fire.
Instead of floating down the river. Oh yeah, fire.
There you
Instead
go.
of floating down the river on fire.
We could do that. Well, I mean, we could get a shovel. I mean, it's not
If
expensive.
you don't want to get a shovel, I don't care. I just figure we just stuff it in the bag of holding if we're not using it.
Well, you know, I don't think he's technically gonna decompose because there's like nothing in there. You know.
I don't think
So
there's
it's
air
just
in
gonna
there.
be-
I don't really want to find out when we reach him one day and it's like,
I mean, what if we need a
Skeleton.
dead body for something sometime? You don't know.
you have
Were we
that
gonna
one?
make another one? I guess we could.
I was gonna say we do that fairly often anyway, so
Y'all is pretty good at it.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't, but what I am saying is we already got one.
Oh, we just burn him on the way to the
We might need
roadhouse.
another dead body.
Don't worry, I'm not playing necromancer this campaign. At least
Yet.
yet.
I'm pretty sure it's a
Look, as long as you don't
spell.
kill me 2 characters in a row.
Yeah, I
didn't
mean,
kill you. Technically.
Technically, it was a team effort this time.
I brought you back though. I had the idea.
Yep.
I mean, I don't care if we bury him. You either gonna bury him?
I bury him, set him on fire outside the city. I don't really care.
Cool.
I vote on burning him.
I second. All in favor?
Cool.
All
We
right.
burn him.
Okay.
Bird the body. All right, let's make a goose get the fuck out of here.
That's what goose say.
They do.
They do.
You ever met a goose before?
No.
Well, they say it. The goose eye and the bullywog, we speak like a similar language. A lot of guttural stuff. So like, it's like
Looks at 'em.
like I could talk a little, like every third word I understand what they're saying, and vice versa. So it's similar.
Okay.
It's like talking to someone from Australia. Like you don't get all of it, but you get a little bit. You know, some of the slang you don't get.
Where's Australia?
And it's in this book. It's called World History. All right.
So where to?
To the gates? Or should we go back to the Hall of Augustus one more time? I think I left a sock there.
I think I left.
You guys are gonna go back and it's gonna be burnt to the ground.
Yeah. Fireball. Oh, so fireball went off.
No.
Or 4.
When we come back here in a few weeks, we're gonna come back to like the one stupid plant thing just taking over it.
The
Yeah,
alien plant is
probably.
back. Oh.
You didn't realize that the second part of the campaign was gonna be a musical, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
God.
it.
I didn't see that movie until I was this many years old, and I fucking hate that movie.
Wow.
Really?
It's so
Really?
bad.
Which one, the
Why?
OG or the newer one? Or
OG.
when I say newer, it came out in the 80s.
Whatever.
Did it have Rick Moranis in it?
Yes.
You hated that movie?
Didn't like it.
I don't think we can play D&D together anymore.
I saw it like last year for the first time, and I was like, God, this is a waste of an hour and a half.
But that's the good part. It's only an hour and a half.
As
If that movie was made today, it'd be 2.5 hours because every movie has to be that long for some reason now.
it was 90 minutes too long.
No, I think it was 90 minutes not long enough.
No, I think it's good just the way it is.
Never seen it.
Neither.
Good call. Don't do it.
No, you should watch it.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm not allowed to form opinions according to somebody unless I've seen it.
You're not.
Venom sucked.
You've never seen it.
Still ass.
You can say Venom looks like it sucks.
That's because he prefers the Tobey Maguire version of Venom when it was.
You mean Topher Grace?
Yeah, Topher Grace, the
Oh,
Tobey
Eric
Maguire
Grace.
one.
I mean, I liked the Venom movies. He's the
Foreman?
one that said they suck.
Yeah, Foreman. Yeah, I don't think he was great Venom. Should have stayed in that '70s show.
He could have been like a different villain. That would have been fine.
I just hate they're making another Mission Impossible.
I know.
Obviously, the missions are fucking possible.
Plus, I think they've been ending it for 3 movies now, so it's like the final chapter. Again, seriously though, this time.
It's got to be his last one though. I mean, Tom Cruise is 60 something.
Dude, he looks
And I
the
mean,
same. He's
the-
a vampire.
He
the
does not
final
look the
chapter
same.
is in the title of the movie.
He does not look the same. He definitely has aged.
He is aged.
But I'm not dissing the dude. Like he's still out there kicking ass. You know, like
It's
and
true.
I'm not. So.
Ditto. I stand up or sneeze the wrong way, my back is out.
Bro, I sleep wrong sometimes, and I wake up and I can't move right for a couple weeks. And all I did was sleep.
You know a movie I saw with him the other day? I think we're just turning this into a regular talk show podcast. But the Edge of Tomorrow, I saw that again. What a movie. So good. Him and Emily Blunt.
I didn't like it.
Really?
No, the best part was watching him die a lot.
I've never seen it.
That was pretty good.
You can form a good opinion about
You cannot
this one.
form any opinion on anything you have not personally seen,
So,
read, or listened to, or eaten.
So it's Groundhog Day with machine guns, with aliens, with Emily Blunt, and it's awesome.
No, it tried to be Starship Troopers meets Groundhog Day.
What? No, it didn't.
Yes, it did, but it was not as funny. And Starship Troopers is way better.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a given. That's a
It's
classic.
got Casper Van Dien in it, you know, like
Yeah, but I'm not saying that The Edge of Tomorrow is bad though. It's still a good movie.
it just wasn't for me, and it felt long.
Bill Paxton was in it.
Yeah, I know, and I love him. Anyway, where the fuck are you guys going?
Oh, I figure we're walking through the city towards the gates.
This-
and
this
just
is
some
the RP,
random
yeah.
panel comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it talks about some place.
me and
they
Max
saw.
were debating plays.
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
So are you guys heading out of the city currently, or are you trying to leave?
I think
I think so.
head towards the place we were hired to go. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need no more.
Were we
stuff,
hired to
right?
actually like guard the roadhouse, or was it somewhere near that roadhouse?
You were hired to go with the caravan. It's not really a caravan, but it's kind of like a caravan that's taking a bunch of workers up to the roadhouse up there.
Okay, so maybe we go to.
They're
where
going to be doing repairs in that area, and the roadhouse is kind of like where they supposedly keep the supplies.
We're headed to
and stuff.
that place then, like where those people are,
And
where
keep-
we were told to go.
And keeping an eye out for the cultists on the way by, so we know.
Okay,
like,
well, since
roughly where
Laddie
they are.
went through and caused a massacre at the edge of the gates,
Yeah, but we don't know that. 'cause
Not
he
long
hasn't
ago.
True, we
told
don't know
us.
that because he didn't tell us that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I was playing hopscotch.
they're not ready to leave quite yet. They said they'll have the mess cleaned up in the morning, and the wagons that are carrying the supplies and the other workers will be leaving then.
But the
You do
orb
notice
of
that there are
Gallon-
still some of the cultists. He did not get them all.
Enough.
Let him tell the story. As we're walking out, can I buy a regular ass healing potion? I forgot to do that last
Yeah.
week. Cool. 50 gold?
50 gold.
I have some, so I'm fine.
I have supplies to make some when we stop, but that'll take time.
Well, if we got till tomorrow, we could always try and burn this body outside the outside the city.
Whoa, damn, be cool. Love that voice.
What? What's wrong? No, it's just-
So as we go by the cultists, do we notice that there's definitely less than there were before?
It's hard to say because some of them were actually in the wagon,
Okay.
and
I was
some
just
like
gonna-
you've only ever seen like maybe 2 to 4 of them at a time.
Got it. I was just gonna make some comments.
Plus, you know that some of the members of the cult were like near the wagon, but like trying to pretend like they're not part of the caravan wagon thing. So no, you just see blood splatters across their wagon tarp.
Man, what happened there?
You see a few
Uh-huh.
scorch marks on the side, a couple freeze spots.
Liz, will you burn stuff? I'm Liz.
Oh, heroic heroic desperation.
Desperation, man.
Does that
Yeah.
mean that Fig gets inspiration?
I don't know.
I have inspiration. How does this work? No, I haven't been here before. At least not while we were here.
Where?
Recently.
Who's Liz?
Remember that wizard guy? They look.
Other guy?
Fig and Liz just look like they could be brothers.
One's a drow and one's a fox.
You know,
There was
Liz?
just something about their eyes. They were
I see
really
it.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, same
Like-
eyes. Yeah.
I could, like, Liz had a fox.
He is a
Fig
fox.
He is a
You know, there's so
fox.
many similarities. So,
I mean, we could either do that or I don't know, maybe look for clues on this half black dragon.
I guess, yeah.
If they're not
Person.
leaving until tomorrow, then we might as well.
Sure, maybe we can ask around sketchier parts of town.
We just go get day drunk at the Hall Augustus. Just,
If we go back to the Hall Augustus, we ain't coming back out, I have the feeling.
it's a familiar
Campaign's gonna be
place.
fucking over. And they sat
I
there
feel like
at
a
the
higher
bar
power will
forever.
destroy the bar.
It was all a dream.
Woke up. It's all a dream.
I don't know. There's
Well, where do we even start looking for this black dragon?
So have you
guy?
guys actually went and got hired on, correct?
All of us,
Yes.
I think, but Lemmy.
Okay. You guys have been hired on by the
I think
High
Lemmy was-
Road.
No, I think
I
I'm
think he hired the whole
that was
group.
2 sessions ago,
There's-
not last one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say someone I thought was missing. I don't know.
The
No, we had an
High
extra
Road
person.
Charter Company
friend.
is the one who has hired you. They had like a representative in the offices. You as you're kind of like looking around to see if this convoy is going to be taking off soon or whatever, you see that obviously it's not. One person seems to be a little bit more distraught than the rest, and he's not a cultist that you're aware of. He looks to be a human. They obviously didn't give me a very good description of him, so we'll just make it up. He's kind of, I would say, like middle-aged, maybe probably around 45 to 50-ish, and he's got like the peppering in the sides of his hair.
The
Like,
George Clooney.
he's starting to get like a little bit of the male pattern baldness in the front, but it's not quite all the way gone, and he's hanging on to that last little bit that he's got. He's trying to like you can audibly hear he's trying to negotiate them letting him go now. Like he's like, I had nothing to do with what's going on with this. Why are you holding us up? We have work to do. We're already behind schedule.
So he's a human?
Yes, he's a human.
Okay. So we can tell there's a lot of carnage. Are there a lot of like dead bodies around?
There are pools of blood where dead bodies were.
Been taken.
Do we see Mustache and Chuckles anywhere?
You do not.
I hope those boys is all right. What the hell happened here?
I don't know.
Must have been that black dragon
Oh, could have been.
causing all kinds of havoc and chaos and
Yeah, I
stuff.
heard he cast a fireball earlier.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
You guys are kind of like all standing around having this conversation, and you make perception checks.
-1. Here we go. 13. That's better than I'm good.
It's a 2-2. 22.
22.
2 plus something. My iPad's over there.
My head's over there.
I'm not gonna go get it for that.
Got a
26.
13.
26. People who rolled really high, you notice you see a small, short shadow approaching behind Lemmy.
I didn't
Gnomish
notice.
shadow.
I would say it's no mission height and size, sure.
He wait away right behind me.
It's right behind me.
Sort
isn't
of.
it?
Hey, how's it going?
I suppose you don't have any idea what happened here.
We were in the other part of the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have an alibi.
Well,
He was getting fireballed, so
yeah,
Is
we're
that what
looking
that smell is?
for another kind of alibi. We don't want to have been over there, but apparently we don't want to have been over here either.
It was a mess.
What happened?
I'm not sure exactly what happened as she looks over at Lemmy. This dwarf just went completely berserk.
Wow. Did you see like a small guy whose name is Chuckles? He's kind of pudgy, but he's not really laughing or funny. And then a tall guy with like half a mustache named Mustache. Were they alive? Dead?
I think they already left.
Huh.
Well, that's good. Whew.
I don't
That
think they
dwarf,
were actually
did
cultists.
you see him get
they were
arrested
just
or
like
did he get
mercenaries.
away?
Oh no, they
Oh.
couldn't catch him.
Huh.
Last I heard, they ran him all the way down to the yawning portal, and I heard he swan dove into the dungeon.
Whoa. That's pretty sick.
Man, and that place is supposed to be so boring, too. And to have something so exciting to happen there. That's wild. Must be great for business.
They said if he survives the dungeons, well,
I
Wait,
guess
one
so.
person did all this?
oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit. We should try and recruit him to our team.
I was going to say a void, but okay.
I mean, if we're going to be fighting the mother all dragons, we want a guy that can do shit like this. Right?
I don't know. Maybe we can go
What
back
is
and get
this
him later.
based?
Well, not to me, but like we aim him at the mother of dragons.
I don't know about you, but I don't feel like we're fit to go down there yet.
No.
Maybe we can go catch him later.
Is it like, how bad could it be? It's yawning. You know what I'm saying? Boring,
Not
yawn.
the
Everyone,
tavern, underneath the tavern.
everyone else seems impressed by this, so I'm kind of leery.
Oh no, the portal leads down into a cavernous dungeon. A massive dungeon that was built by a mad mage. Supposedly lots of treasures down there.
No. We've already got a
I was
job.
gonna say, don't tell him that.
Treasure?
Treasures, you say?
Maybe after we deal with this. this dragon queen.
So, we can't get out today, right? They're blocking the gates and stuff. So, you pointed out looking for the black dragon.
Maybe we could start at the yawning portal. I mean,
Maybe, or how do we even know where to start?
We don't know.
if there's people like that dwarf person, anybody else like that dwarf person there, I mean, they gotta know something.
Have we ever actually seen Resmir?
We've only heard
Okay,
of
never
them.
mind. I've got locate objects, but it won't work unless I know what I'm looking for.
Well, I could use one of these here paper birds, write the name on there, and it goes to them and follows them, and we follow the paper bird.
We tried that once and it lost us.
Well, yeah, but now we know what to expect. You know? And what if you went into like a bird and then you followed it?
Can't do that yet.
What if your bird turned into a bird and followed it?
What if you sent the paper bird and you use locate object on the paper bird?
That might actually work.
How
That's
about
actually
that?
a good idea. I think I can do that.
I think it's because you can see a specific, or you can choose a specific object, right?
Yeah. Let me double check my book on how it works.
And since you has to be familiar with the object probably to track it much better, I'll even let you write the name because I know I'm gonna spell it wrong, and then it's just gonna blow up again.
Well, you can just draw like a rude drawing on it, and since it's like a specific drawing, then hopefully I'll be able to.
Or you can still fill it out. I mean, I'd draw like a penis.
Describe a name and object that's familiar to you. You sense,
foods are shaped like dicks, the best kinds.
you sense the direction, the object's location, if the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, I know the direction of the movement. It can locate a specific object known to me if I've seen it up close within 30 feet, at least once, or it can locate the nearest object of particular kind. And there can't be any lead in between me and the object.
Got it.
And the spell lasts for 10 minutes.
Hopefully Resmir isn't in a lead box then.
I don't expect, hopefully, that to be a problem, but 1,000 feet might be, depending.
All right, so this is the note on the paper bird.
Is
There
that
it
how you
is.
spell Resmir?
I don't know.
Is that the scale?
Yep. Can someone double check the spelling here?
Stupid.
I'm pretty
I don't know
confident
that
about
I
this
had it
part,
spelled right either.
but
It's just penis backwards.
Because I'm pretty sure I spelled it differently than you did.
I think I did 2 E's when I actually spelled it.
I don't know that I actually asked how to spell it, though, so I'm not sure I've got the actual correct spelling.
Hey, Mrs. Gnome, is this how you spell Resmir? Oh, R-E-Z-M-I-R is how I spelled it, which I believe we got from the DM because I underlined it like I spelled it correctly.
Should start doing that when we get it from the DM. Underline the name.
That's what I do.
Are you asking about the smelling of something?
Yeah, Resmir.
Rezmir.
Bam! So I erased the E by scribbling through it. And then I make this paper bird note. All right, we all ready?
Better kiss it.
I mean, might as well follow it for as far as we can.
Why don't
Yeah,
you kiss it?
So
I
we
only
get
get
close
10
enough.
minutes of the spell, so I'm gonna wait a minute, a minute or so before I cast.
Okay. I mean, the bird moves fast though.
Yeah, but I can I can only track it for 10 minutes before I have to cast again.
Okay,
I can move 1,000 feet within 10 minutes.
could be. Okay,
But
ready?
we'll follow it as long as far as we can, at
Yeah,
least.
and if I
And should we show this to the audience? Here it comes. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-ba, ba-da.
So stupid.
Well, the squiggles on the bottom make it look like pubes.
Oh my god.
And for TikTok, rocket power.
Rocket power.
Rockets.
They're flames. They're flames.
So that bird gets sent off to the world.
I send Omen to follow it as much as my bird can,
60 feet.
and
We tracking a shark.
we start walking, start running.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
100 lads go into the ocean. 17 come out of the ocean into the water.
Okay. I know you guys are doing something. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't really listening.
There was a lot of quality shit we were talking about there.
So
We saw Jaws.
we're sending a paper bird to Resmir, and we're gonna try
you
to
don't
follow
know
it.
Resmir.
Yeah, but all I have to do is write the
Oh,
name.
We just
on the
need to know
paper
the
bird.
name for Paper Bird to work.
Hopefully nobody else is named Resmir.
And once we lose, we're gonna try to run after it.
You don't even have to
and once,
write
like,
it
we lose
on there. Apparently, you
sight
just have
of
to
it.
Do
say
you know
Resmir.
Resmir's surname?
I don't think
There
so.
is a possibility that Resmir may not be that uncommon of a name among
Well, then
dragon folk.
then we'll get a random.
I don't know.
I guess we're taking that chance.
Because
Because
I'm pretty sure I don't have a surname.
I don't think we have a surname.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I feel like it's like LeBron. Like, how many people you know whose name LeBron was?
Well, I mean, it might be very common around half dragons.
Probably not.
Well,
I mean, I don't know that.
how many half dragons are in the city?
How many half dragons are in the city? None. There are currently no half dragons in the city.
No?
That's why they were looking for her.
Oh.
I thought they were looking for her
She
because
was
she
in the
was
city.
in the city.
And they can't find her.
So we don't know that she's guaranteed in the city still.
Yeah, but it's one paper word bird and one spell slot. So
True.
It's got a pretty important note on it.
You just imagine Resmir's gonna get this drawing. Penis. That's it.
That's it.
No from or to.
Nope.
It's gonna hire maximum security.
Well, if it looks like it's going somewhere in the city, we'll know that at least somebody named Resmir's in the city. If it starts going away from the city, at least we know the person we're looking for is most likely not in the city. So.
and if it's some random Resmir, then they're getting a dick drawing.
And the dick pic was born.
Some random like this random like dwarf or
You've
random
ruined
dragonborn.
messaging forever.
Yep,
It's your fault.
it's the first one. It always starts somewhere.
So I ruined the message spell, 3 years ago? And now I'm ruining dick pics.
Are you?
Or creating them.
It's gonna catch on.
Lemon law. It's a thing.
So, just to make sure that I understand what you're trying to do here, you want to write down this person's name on this bird, send it to them, and then locate object on the bird.
Correct.
It flies out of the city.
Okay.
Okay, that still gives us
Do we have a
information.
direction of where it flies at least?
The way you guys will be heading.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, at least we know we'll most likely be encountering that individual. That's a good heads up. So I still think it was worth using that paper bird.
Yeah, we still have a couple left at least.
Plus, it's funny.
Resmir's still gonna get a message with a dick on it and nothing else.
Yep.
So I mean,
I mean, I'd chuckle. If I get hit with a bird with a drawing on it. I mean, that shit would be kind of funny.
Just getting that in the mail nowadays, just a complete letter, just nothing on it.
So, with Resmir, what's our goal with him?
Her.
Her, I
sorry.
believe she's like a higher up in the cult. So like a
I think she started
Figure.
the camp that we visited
Potentially,
the one
yeah.
time.
Okay.
If I remember correctly.
so either a assassination attempt or to get information from either one. Fig is for either thing.
I think never mind, I don't know for certain that Resmir was wearing purple robes.
I think we heard that she did.
Yeah, Mondath was another big name, but I think that was an actual dragon.
I know there's also that purple lady, or not purple lady. Also, there's a human lady that was wearing purple robes too.
Yeah, I think you stole her robes.
Yep, we fought her at the camp, but she got away.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
I'm trying to figure it out. So far, not seeing it. The paper bird proceeded to fly out of the city in the direction that,
That
we are
we're
going to be
heading.
traveling.
Yeah.
Okay. Purple Road Lady is Frulum.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
thank you. I
right.
couldn't
Frulum.
find it. I need to make a glossary of people in the back of the book.
True.
I used to do it in the front, and then this was
Okay.
session 2.
Run his.
Oh,
But my other book, when I did the NPC list, that was really good.
I started session like 1 or 2, and then I stopped.
Yeah, same.
mm.
Yeah, I should probably do that again.
Yeah, same.
So went out of the city.
Gus's green goo. Forgot I had that. The speak with plant potion.
Oh yeah, you gotta test it out.
Gotta test that out whenever we find the need arises.
Okay, so striking out on the whole Resmir thing.
Yeah.
So what do we do to kill a day? in the city?
Oh, I guess I can make a spell scroll or something.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I can spend the day crafting potions, but
Yeah, I mean, I can make some bullets, grappling hook. You know, we can go to the the hook, line, and sinker. You know, safe place, protected, lots of space to do what we gotta do. They got a forge there. They got a lot of moonshine. I mean, if we don't have nothing else, right?
Why don't we check out the yawning portal?
We could check out the yawning portal.
I guess.
It's not as boring as you think it is. I've never been inside, but I've been outside of it.
as long
It
as we
sounds
don't
fun.
get axe murdered.
Yeah, I mean, we can head that, you know, stop by on the way to the hook, line, and sinker and just see what's up.
Okay.
Sure.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, well, we'll check out the yawning portal. See if there's anything interesting there. Fig's always wanted to go inside, but he was too young. They wouldn't let a 12-year-old in a bar for some reason.
That's
Only
weird.
like 15.
Yeah, but I'm
Does it
adult
count-
now.
I was gonna say, does it count in dog years?
Kind of, because for a Volpine, you reach adult at 15, so that's how old he is. It's kind of like a goblin, where they like reach adulthood at like
Like
what is it, like 3 or something,
Yeah.
4.
4 or 5, I don't know.
Makes sense.
I don't have the veteran token. Isn't veteran in the monster manual?
It's changed now. I
Yeah,
believe they're guards, maybe. They just changed the name, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's still got like the same stats.
Uh-huh.
They just don't call it that anymore. I know there's a warrior veteran.
I believe it might be the warrior veteran is the same. You're right.
I don't like that token at all. Like, that-
yeah, yeah.
like, that's just not going to work for me.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the tokens can be a little weird. For the newer ones, some of them are really cool though.
I
but-
don't like that I can't add custom tokens yet.
Whoa,
that
what
kind of
is
makes me
this?
sad.
Valda's Spire of Secrets. It's a player pack. Interesting. I'll go check that out later.
You know, we'll just use the legacy one. It's fine.
That's fair.
I think it's almost identical stats.
I think they're pretty similar.
I think it's got
like
more HP.
They have like an ability or something. Something like that.
I'll just. It's fine. I'll just run the stat block off of the thing and I'll just use this as the token.
Mm.
It doesn't really matter. Okay.
Yeah, they just have a parry reaction. That's the only difference.
Okay. So you're going to the yawning portal.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to check it out before
Okay.
we leave, I guess. Say we've been there. per se.
So you guys make your way to the. It's almost like I would say like the central part of the city, and the yawning portal. You guys can actually see the area around it before you, like long before you approach it.
Hmm.
There's like some longer or there's like some taller pillars of like almost like tiki torches kind of sticking off of the like the spires of it. It's very well lit, and it looks to be like one of the brightest parts in the city. It looks to be a pretty rowdy place, as there's a lot of yelling and clamoring, and you hear a lot of like cups being slammed on tables, and you hear a lot of shouting and cheering, and people are singing songs, and it sounds like a very lively place.
See, not boring.
I guess, you know.
It's a pretty large tavern too. Like, considering a lot of the other buildings and stuff that you guys have seen in this city, it looks to be 3 or 4 times the size of like the normal like establishment. It's several layers high. There's a couple levels high on it. It's 2 or 3 stories, which as you're kind of looking through, you can see some of the windows in the upper levels where some of the guests have like the blinds not drawn, and it looks like it's just rooms. There's a ton of rooms that you can stay in at the portal. As you kind of glimpse through the like main open window, or not really open, it's like a big glass front window, and you can see that there's a big roaring fireplace with like it looks like a face. It looks like a stone carved face, something like some crazy demonic almost looking entity, a stone carved face sitting there in the middle of the tavern tap floor, and flames just kind of like roaring out of it, but like contained. This is definitely like the hearth or the fireplace. You see a bar that sort of pretty much stretches from the backside all the way to the opposite side of the building. There's these large pillars that seem to support the upper levels, and what looks really interesting to you is that it's sort of U-shaped. The upper levels are sort of like U-shaped, and everything seems to focus on the center of this tap room. Once you go into the main doors, you're over in like the bar, the dining area, but then like on the right side, right in the middle of the window, you can pretty much see it from where you're at. You see this big, large set of, for lack of a better term, it looks like a massive well. It looks like the opening of a well. There's these stone bricks. They've added steps and stuff to it over there, and you see a little wooden crane with a bucket that like hovers over on the side. There's a little sign next to the bucket that says 1 gold. As you kind of go into the door, it's pretty rowdy, but there's not fights or anything going on. The music is pretty loud. There's a stage over in the far right corner in the back of this like almost circular tap room. And as you look, you see now that the focus is this well in the center of the tap room, and it's kind of eerie looking. It's definitely prominent, and it takes up a large portion of what could be really good floor space for dancing or even more tables. But there are several tables within vicinity of it, not next to it, but you see every now and then people will occasionally like look down there, and there's a couple people when you first come in. They look to be younger, maybe 17 or 18 years old, some humans. They're all kind of like daring each other to pay their gold and ride the bucket.
Why do they call this place a yawn? There's like a lot happening. It's really deceiving by the name. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's go to shit bar, and then there's no poop anywhere. You know? Well, should we ride the ride? Go down the portal? Well,
Where the axe-wielding maniac is?
Maybe next time.
who knows if
Maybe when we come back to Waterdeep, we can try that.
he might not still be down there. He could have come back up.
I don't know. We can ask someone.
Yeah, let's get a drink. I'll try and sell some moonshine. Get some information. Maybe they know something about this axe guy or Resmere, or who knows.
Yeah. Sure. So we just go to we want to just go to the main bar, I guess.
Sure.
Cool.
Take us there.
Sweet. So
All right, so you walk up, and the main bar is in the back of the yawning portal. You look up at the upper level, and you can see that this like almost like crescent moon style of this of the upper levels. They like I said, they're kind of cut out to where everyone from the upper floors can kind of look down into the tap room, and each level is like, it's not solid floor. It's like a balcony looking over to the thing. And there's like people up there, and there's like private little booths, or considered like private booths. There's little tables set up like sort of on the edge of some of these, the upper level, a little bit on some of these little balconies. And you're kind of looking out. You kind of get the feeling that that's more for like more private conversations, or maybe for the more exclusive clientele perhaps. But not far from that is also where some of the more expensive suites and stuff are. There's like a big set of spiral steps that kind of lead up to the upper levels. It's got kind of like this velvet rope sort of like blocking off people. You need to, you kind of get the impression that you need permission to go up there, or need to have purchased a room or something along those lines. There's no guard, like no active guard standing there, but you don't notice anyone trying to go up. And everyone seems to be respecting that velvet rope. As you approach the main bar in the back, you get the very stereotypical dark-haired human male, big poofy mustache, wearing like this dirty drink-stained apron, and he only looks like he might be in his maybe mid to late 40s, and he's got a little bit of sweat on his brow, and he's wiping out a mug, just cleaning it off and wiping off the counter.
I'm picturing Sam Elliott right now with that like big goofy mustache.
Darker, like young Sam Elliott.
Ah, so like Roadhouse Sam Elliott.
Younger.
I don't know that he is younger than that. He came out like that. Okay. So it's really funny too. I think almost every D&D campaign I've done has had a stint in yawning portals. So as we're like looking around the bar, I'm just picturing like my other groups of campaigns in there as like the young adventuring crew. Like, and I had a crew like that, and
It's pretty
it's just
cool.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Didn't we do the first crinkle here? I think it was here.
Well,
With
I mean, you
Smoosh?
guys did the yawning portal here.
What's that?
You guys did the dragon heist here.
I know we did Dragon Heist, but I think we did the first Crinkle Fest here.
It might have been
I think
here.
Durnan was serving the candy cane drinks to Smoosh.
Yeah, that's probably accurate. I mean, I like the bar. I think it's interesting.
So
I like the concept of it. I think it's neat.
Smoosh is here too. Okay.
Okay. Smoosh is here.
So you think if I got modifications on my hat, I can get a mustache like that instead of like a full beard? Like, what
Maybe.
do you think? Could I do that?
Maybe you find a wizard to enchant it.
What, like both the mustache and the beard?
Well, like just the mustache. I'm feeling like it's pretty regal.
Oh no, I figure like full mustache, full beard, just like go
Yeah.
all in.
Go
Okay.
whole dwarf mode there.
Yeah.
Maybe get two different hats. One with
One with the
or
mustache
other.
and one-
That's a
You
good
switch it
idea.
out.
You are
Or you
an
could wear
idea
both at the same
woman.
time if you felt like both.
This is a fall collection.
Yeah, like the one hat's smaller, so I can put them both
Yeah.
on at the same time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like this. We got to go back to the magic shop after this.
You guys are never going to be far.
We tried.
Yeah, you delayed us.
This is your fault.
It's his fault.
It is his fault.
What do I do?
Nothing. Our characters know nothing.
Well, hello, Mr. Elliott.
He looks over in your direction, still wiping his glass, and he's kind of giving a instructionatory sort of glance at some of the servers in the restaurant, in the tavern area. He doesn't say anything. They just seem to know what he wants. He kind of goes, and as you're kind of approaching, they're like running off in different directions. As you kind of like approach, he looks as though there was maybe 2 or 3 people sitting at the bar talking at him, and he wasn't really listening to them. But he was kind of like looking like he was listening to them. And he kind of gives them a, well, I got some new paying customers here, boys. You have to wrap this up.
So I'm gonna do the good old take off the hat. How y'all doing?
Busy night.
I can see that. Hey, why do they call this place Yawn Portal? It doesn't seem like it's boring.
Well, it's because of the well over there. It looks like a big gaping maw that is yawning.
I feel like I gotta do better advertising because, like, we came into town. This is like my first time here. And they said, "Oh, the yawning portal." I was like, "Boy, that sounds like such a bore. Like, you go there to just yawn and be bored and shit." It's not boring at all. How about that?
I think we're doing all right on the advertising. And he's kind of pointing out, and there's there's almost 100 people in here.
I mean, yeah, you probably do better though.
I don't know that my old bones could keep up with it.
Well, there is that.
Make a perception check.
It's a 10 plus 15.
You notice that behind the bar, on like a decorative, almost like plaque-looking thing, is a very big, very nice-looking greatsword. Is it a greatsword?
I think it is. I believe it's a great sword.
It is a greatsword, I believe. Yes, greatsword.
Holy hell, whose greatsword is that?
It's mine.
You picked that thing up?
Not for a while. But, sometimes it gets a little rowdy in here.
Yeah, sure. What would you slay with it?
Everything.
What's the coolest monster you took out?
He points over at the fire, like the other fireplace in the other corner, and there's a large, like, blue beholder that's stuffed above the fireplace. He goes,
Got it stuffed.
that.
Damn. Is that what they would call?
You see, like, there's a big slash in the middle of its forehead, kind of going through part of one of the eyes, and it's got this, like, surprised look on its face, and all of the little eyes are kind of, like, looking out in different directions.
That's impressive. Is that we're actually looking for something that's called the eye? That's weird that is an eye.
The eye, huh?
Yeah, it's the eye or Belzanoch, the all-seeing eye.
Belzenlock?
Yeah, that one. We got some business, if you will.
Well, I hope it's of the non-violent persuasion.
Who's to say? Sometimes stuff just happens.
You know, you hear things. Last I heard, Belzenlock was a deity.
A deity? Like a god?
Had enough worshippers.
So, if something gets enough worshippers, it becomes a god
I don't think that's how it
or
works.
deity?
I mean, I've had worshippers in my day, and I wouldn't call myself a god.
Would others?
Only a couple of ladies.
I see what you did there, and I appreciate it. Well, we're trying to spread the...
He does have like a little wry smile across his face as he says it.
We are also on looking for Belzanoch, sure. We're also promoting Frog Jesus as a deity of
You know,
these
I've
parts.
heard of Frog Jesus.
You have?
Yeah, a couple patrons came in,
Mm-hmm.
saying that they saw a sparkly frog the other day.
That was Frog Jesus in the flesh, if you will.
Do you guys have like flesh, or is it more like scales?
Well, you know, it's a little this, a little
I don't
that.
mean to offend. I don't know much about your culture.
Yeah, you know, the bullywog culture is different. So like, it depends on the kind of bullywog. Sometimes you got scales, sometimes they green, red, blue. You know, it just kind of depends. So some is like more so flesh skin, some's more so scaly. I myself am a little bit more scaly of bullywog.
What area do you call home?
Where where are we? A little bit east. No, wait. East of here. In a place called shit.
Shit.
It is a swamp.
It is a swamp. I will get it to you. Eventually. I know it's right. I couldn't forget if I tried.
Welcome to my world.
Oh boy.
Good times.
Wait, I pinned the map to Discord. God dang it, how do I find the pins? Pins. Map. There we go. It is a little place that is called the Marsh of Chalimber. That's where we're from. My crew, at least.
Has your family always lived out there? Like, do you have generations and generations?
Yeah, as far as we know. I mean, there's a lot about our history that we really don't know. You know, it's hard to write on lily pads.
How far back does your family go?
Well, my poppy, he's like 50-ish. So about that far, currently.
That swamp used to be a great land.
One would say it still is.
Oh, no debate. No debate. I meant alive, not swampy, not marshy. It used to be a beautiful forest.
Well, it still is. I mean, maybe it's a little.
There's a lot more
changed.
mosquitoes there now than there used to be, if you know what I mean.
Well, how else we gonna keep fed?
I mean, where there's a will. But that was long before your time.
Yeah. I mean, our history it's a little bit muddied. We don't know a lot about our origins or roots or anything, but we work.
I'm not sure about your family specifically or your heritage, but I know quite a bit about that land.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I used to live not far from there.
What part?
In the southern area.
Like the Hill of Lost Souls?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
know
it
that
didn't used to be
place
called
well.
that. It used to just be called the Hills.
Ah, why'd they get the Lost Souls thing?
One guy goes missing one day.
Yeah, that's how we got the Chilimber thing. So some adventurer comes in and he's like, I claim this as my marsh. And yeah, he hasn't been there since. And that was how long ago? Hundreds of years.
Well, for me, it's been a little longer than that.
How old are you?
Pretty old.
More than 100 years?
I actually don't know. I don't remember.
Wow.
Time is sort of a hazy thing when you've spent as much time underground as I have.
And you don't call yourself a deity.
No. I would say that I'm just fortunate. Lucky,
Sure.
maybe.
Like the feet.
Like the feet. Oh, what?
Sure. But that's where I got old Grimvolt, and he kind of leans his head back to his sword.
Ah.
Back in my adventuring days. But yeah, before I moved into the big city and found out I had family out here, I used to live in that area, not too far from it. And it used to be a beautiful forest. But that was a long, long time ago.
I forgot to ask. What your name is?
Oh, the name is Durnan.
Durnan. Nice solid name. I'm Otis.
That's nice to meet a fellow person from the Myers. Although it wasn't called the Myers back then, but we're basically neighbors.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, we would have probably, if we was kids at the same time, we'd have had scuffles and.
Last
Lots of
I
fun
heard,
together.
there's still dragon presence there. Is that true?
Oh yeah, it's a dragon presence, not quite like any other. We got Graysmees, familiar with her?
So
Black dragon.
her father must have passed.
She had a father.
Well, everyone has a father.
It's just like you see her, and you're like, that's forever. It's never
Well, it might have been his magic that decayed that land.
been really.
He claimed that forest for himself.
What was his name?
Well, let's see. Graysmees. I've never met Graysmees. But I believe her father used to go by the name of Feldeath. It was more like a street nickname. I'm not sure exactly what his dragon name was. And a lot of times dragons have lots of identities. It's sort of builds to their legend, but he was ancient and old and powerful when he first spread his wings into there. But I know that there was a rather large settlement of very common folk that made their residence in the woods and some of the fields there. Not really sure what happened to all of them, but I'm sure that they were forcibly removed.
You know what kind of folk? Like race-wise?
Elves, I believe.
Really?
Well, I think it was elves and humans. Might have been some other folk, maybe other woodland folk, centaurs and whatnot. But I believe it was mostly elves that founded that small little settlement. It was mostly a trading town. They did a lot of hooch.
Ha ha ha. Now we talking. Man, I must have been related to them people.
That's possible.
Speaking of hooch. You buying?
I've already gotten my month's supply shipment from the hook, line, and sinker.
Ha ha, brought that into town myself.
I'm one of the few establishments in Waterdeep that can serve it openly.
Really?
Oh yeah, I have
Legally?
a special license for it. As in, try and stop me. He points over to Grimvolt.
I like your style, French.
Listen,
Own
there's a lot of poisonous and dangerous things in the world. It's always been troubled times. Death is around every corner, and there's always something at play trying to destroy everything in existence. There's always another tyrannical madman or beast or monstrosity, and I say, let people have their pleasures.
Yeah, hey,
Life's short. Drink up, eat up, and fuck up.
And then drink up again. Say, since you're all old and shit, do you know anyone else who might be your age that would have known what happened to the folks that was there? If they might be relatives or siblings of mine? You know, we're always looking for more family.
Well, Feldoth. That's the dragon. Feldath, Feldoth, depending on the translation. I'm not really sure. I mean, one day it was a forest, and then, it just seemed like it changed pretty rapidly after that. As far as any other people that might have been from there could be some remnants. And it is kind of odd that you still sell hooch.
The best, as you know. Well,
bullywug is not a very common species in this world.
yeah, in fact, our numbers be dwindling pretty fast. So there's probably only a couple hundred of us left overall.
Is that why you get so pissy whenever someone mentions frog legs?
It is. You know, there was a bunch of hunters that came out to my place in the Kelimber, and they just started poaching my aunts, my uncles, everyone I know, and they just gone. And now
Stabs himself in his
Ow. Trying to poach myself. And now, we don't have contact with all the other bullywog tribes that we used to in the south and the far west, the east.
Most of the other bullywug tribes are a little bit more savage than your lot. They're a little bit more feral.
Yeah, some of them, they misunderstood.
Bullywugs have not always been.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could say that for any race, right?
Oh, I don't know. There's some that have been around since time. There were a lot of rumors that bullywugs were descendants of somebody from the Feywild. But there are others who believe that they were other races at one point, maybe twisted by magic somehow.
Boy, that just sounds familiar. Yeah, I wonder if I was an elf. Or
I don't know.
could have been.
Do you have any elf qualities?
What's an elf quality?
I don't know. I don't want to stereotype.
I mean, I'm asking a question.
Do you like the woods?
Yep.
Don't they live really long? How old are you?
What am I? Well, I had that aging spell happen to me, and then I de-aged.
The name got reversed.
What am I? I would carry the one. I'm 19. My father's 50.
I thought they lived like hundreds or years or something.
Elves do live a pretty long while.
So
Do people in your tribe, do they live long?
Well, yeah, we got what's his name? We got Troy. He is like old as shit. I'd say at least 80, 300. I don't know. He
It's hard to say.
I mean,
It's a big range.
it is hard to say.
You didn't
Do
say
you
much
have
anymore.
a pretty good work relationship with Graysmees? I assume she your boss?
Well, yeah. I mean, she's the dog. She's the big dog.
Maybe you could just ask her.
Talk to her.
Cool.
She has voice. She can speak like anything else, correct? I mean, just like you and I are speaking.
Well, yeah, but like she is deity. There's no guessing there. I mean,
She's just a dragon.
a deity dragon. Yeah, I saw her one time. I peed. It happens. It's like, when frogs get nervous, they just pee. It's one of those things.
I've encountered a dragon or two in my day.
Would you like to encounter another one? It's Rufus. He makes that sound when he wakes up.
He's still pretty tiny.
Wait, he was just born.
Oh. His name is Rufus.
Rufus, the badass.
Formidable.
They're formidable.
Yeah. So that's him. He's cute.
So, other than a little bit of history, what brings you in tonight?
Well, we are looking
Beer.
for beer.
Well, we have some of the best beer.
Just beer.
Sure.
And someone called Resmir. Maybe an E, maybe an I. Dick pic.
You have a strange entanglement with many dragons.
I don't know. They love.
I will say that it's not typically good to have so many entanglements with dragons.
Well, it's worked out so far.
You should be careful.
Careful is my third middle name.
Real name.
I hope you do have elf lineage, and I hope that you live to surpass your ancestors.
Maybe. Who knows? What's another elf quality that I could maybe have? Are they good at like shooting stuff, drinking moonshine?
Usually with
jumping?
with bows.
I have a form of a ranged weapon.
Not all of them are tree hugging hippies.
Really?
No, these were pretty simple folk in that land. And a lot of them were farmers. You know, they farmed to survive, not to pay the bills. Most of them were pretty nature friendly. They didn't really take anything from the woods or the forest that they didn't need, not in excess.
That does kind of sound like my people.
They needed a tree, they grew another one.
I mean, if you chop them all down, then they all gone. You know,
That's true. Eventually, there will be no more.
can't be having that. Well, say, if I was, say, an elf, and I used to, in my genetical history, be that elf, how would I be able to transform into an elf by
Would
any
you want
means?
to?
I don't know. Never been an elf.
You seem to be pretty comfortable in your own skin.
Scales, yeah, sure. I mean,
We'll say hypothetical that your heritage and ancestry was human or elf or something more than you are now, or not more, just different.
different. Yeah, I like that.
We'll go
word.
with different. Would you really want to change it? Yeah, I mean, if you could. And at this point, maybe you can't change it.
Maybe, but also maybe could be beneficial.
In what way? You
Well-
can kind of hold your breath for a really long time and jump real good now, can't you?
Well, that doesn't
Can
help.
he?
That doesn't help if you're not around water and need to jump.
I feel like jumping is always going to be a necessity.
Well, it could be. I do
Jumping
jump
out of danger, jumping through a window, jumping over a bar. I mean, there's a lot of times when you might need to jump.
Jump around.
Yeah, like the great prophet Rum DMC
And hey,
said.
don't underestimate the ability of holding your breath for a good long while. There's lakes, rivers, ponds, streams, and oceans all over.
That is true. Saltwater and me, though, we don't get along too well.
I think you can still manage, though.
I mean,
for a little while.
for a while. Not as much as, like, the marshes and the swamps and ponds. But a little bit. I don't know. Maybe there could be benefits, though. You know? Maybe be stronger. Able to hold off invasions.
Taller.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, some humans ain't tall, though. You know?
Do you need to hold off invaders? Don't you have a dragon?
Maybe. I don't know.
You said
Just-
she was your boss.
Well, she is, but you know, we talk about hypotheticals, right?
Sure.
So maybe we need to be bigger and stronger. Not hunted by people as much.
In
There's
my
an
experience with this world and magic, if something did happen to your ancestors, to your people, it's probably in your blood now. You'll probably never be able to get it reversed. And I'm sure your people have adapted to their new lives.
Sure.
It's like a forced evolution, so to speak. Now, that's not to say that maybe you can't be angry at the source, but that source is probably gone.
I mean, maybe. How old are you? Right?
I'm pretty old.
If there was a source that could do that to a whole society of people, they'd probably pretty old too.
It's a little coincidental, though, right? A dragon moves in not long after it starts decaying, and now there's bullywugs that live there. You think that they might be connected?
Could be.
I could ask around.
Yeah, hey, here's Paper Bird. My name's Otis.
Just hand them out to everybody we meet.
We're gonna have to get more of those.
Yeah, I'm going to be running out of Paper Birds here soon. I just bought 5. Let me remove another one.
How are we down to now?
I'm sure you guys will be back through again.
Well, I don't think our DM's going to let us back here after we leave because we have made it utterly hard to leave.
Trying to leave.
But, you know, just in case, Paper Bird. And if not, and if we do come back, you just hand it back to me.
Weren't you interested in finding that dwarf we heard about?
Yeah, you know anything about... Well, you know about him.
I heard about him. I don't know nothing about him. But yeah, that dwarf that allegedly ran into the big hole.
Oh, you mean Laddie?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that his name?
Yeah, he's over there. And he points over to a table, and there's like 5 other people standing around the table, like listening to this guy just talk.
I'll slowly get up and like try to be as sneaky as possible, like hood up, flap them up, just like kind of like crawl out, like tuck underneath the crowd, and just try to walk out of the bar.
Do I see him?
Laddie?
No, that.
Are you trying to be sneaky?
Yeah.
Then I would say make a stealth roll.
Fig wouldn't have noticed. But
And
those two
you
maybe.
just use a perception roll to see if you notice this.
Oh, I'm probably not gonna see it.
Nope. 10.
I use my heroic inspiration.
This motherfucker.
Ooh, that's really good.
Yeah, I probably didn't catch it.
20,
12.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay. So it's not like you can turn invisible, but you kind of like blend in through the crowd. And you're not sure where he's going. Maybe he's going to the bathroom. Maybe he's like just going to go. Maybe he saw somebody that he knows. You're not sure.
Didn't you say you were like army crawling out? Or something?
No, yeah, like, but I'm like crouched down, like.
All you know is
Trying
you
to make
see
himself
him.
shorter than.
You very visibly see him kind of like pull up his he kind of like ducks his hat down, and he kind of like pulls it up on the top of his head, and you see him kind of like slink into the crowd. Next thing you know, he's gone.
Jeez.
I just shake my head. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, that's Laddie over there.
Huh.
He did come in and do a swan dive right into the dungeon. What we didn't know was that crazy bastard had at some point when he was running from the guards had tied off a piece of this invisible rope to the edge of that post over there, and he did a swan dive, bungee dive right off into the edge of that, and they said, we don't want to fuck with that.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
They're not going down after him. It's dangerous down there.
Sounds like he could handle it though.
Oh, I mean, he's been down there.
Oh really?
Yeah, a few times.
Oh.
He tells a lot of stories from back there. More stories than I care to share about my experiences down there.
You've been down there?
Yeah, for a long time.
Huh. That's pretty impressive.
That's where I got Grimvolt.
I see.
And a few other things.
I hear
Including the money to build this place.
I hear there's a mad mage down there. Have you ever run into him?
I don't like to really talk about it.
That's
But
fair. I won't press
he's
it.
insane, yes.
Oh.
The story of
That's comforting.
Hollister Blackcloak is varied. But there's a few, we'll call them crime lords, that have made their residence not far beneath the levels of the city down there. And they've now kind of turned the whole thing into almost like this weird reality TV sort of thing, where they've developed these little crystal orbs that can kind of monitor people's progress down there. They place bets to see who can last the longest, and it's kind of crazy.
Huh.
They have a leaderboard and everything.
Is that normal here?
Oh no, that's a new development.
Okay, I was gonna say that sounded. I'm not from here, and that sounded.
Which,
weird
hey,
to
doesn't
me.
bother me any because there's only that way in that I know of.
Huh.
One, that's the easiest way in. And I kind of control that entrance. And if they pay their gold, I don't care what they do.
Their own heads, I suppose.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
We'll just say that most people that go down, if they're brave enough, don't stay down there very long before they're begging to be let back up. And those that do wander off, we don't hear from them again. Laddie's a rare exception. I had faith in that guy. There was just something in his eye. Said, crazy son of a bitch. And I think you have to be a crazy son of a bitch to, well, go down there, knowing what you know.
You think he'd be interested in fighting the mother of all dragons?
I think that Laddie would be interested in fighting anything.
Perfect. Yeah, we was just talking on the way over here how we should try and hire him for our cause.
I'd be careful, though. He might want to fight you, too. He likes to fight everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, if we pay him to fight someone else, though, you know, why bite the hand that feeds you?
Oh, he doesn't need money. He
What's
just
he-
likes to fight.
Oh. Well, so, like, if we challenge him, but, like, I bet you couldn't kill Tiamat.
To Laddie, it's more of a game.
So if I said,
How many can I kill? You know.
So if I said to him, like, what's the biggest thing you ever killed? And he said something like Beholder. And I'd be like, I bet you could kill the mother of all dragons, right?
Well, I don't know. He has killed a dragon.
Yeah, but not the mother of dragons.
Well, I don't think anyone's actually killed the mother of dragons.
That's why she's still alive.
That's why she's still alive.
So that would be like a legendary. I know. I'm a philosophizer.
Supplizer.
You know, what a feat.
They named a
What a
stone after him.
What a story.
All right, so you wander over to the table where Laddie's at, and he is retelling the tale of.
I'm leaving the bar.
Oh, you're out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you went over toward where Laddie.
He
was
didn't
at.
want to be seen.
No, I
No, he didn't want to be
see
seen by Laddie.
I
Yeah,
don't. I don't.
you're gone. You're
I-
just
yeah.
you're just hanging outside.
I don't know how many he killed, so I didn't want to short him.
True. Need to give him some gold. But... Well, you're the one who wanted to speak to him.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
You go ahead.
Oh, you're not coming? I mean,
Come
this is
with you.
all of our quests.
I'm kind of
I'll
curious.
watch your back.
I don't believe you.
I'll sit right here.
Why don't you all go?
You just killed, like, apparently a bunch of people at the entrance.
And he's laughing and drinking right now.
He'll...
We killed a wizard earlier. We're not gonna kill everyone. Probably.
Yes, thank you for telling the whole bar that.
Well, they can't hear us. It's loud in here.
It's pretty loud.
Wait, killed a wizard.
Yeah.
Durnan heard you, but doesn't care.
He was a bad
Took
guy.
clean out his glass.
How many people Durin killed with that there sword right there? We're talking to him. He's not killing us.
Hundreds.
I was gonna say,
Hundreds.
it's in the dungeon. That's probably different.
One could say that we're all in a dungeon.
Yeah,
of
but that guy was
life.
clearly evil. He was like, he summoned fire skeletons. Like, how is that not evil?
All right, fine.
All right, let's go. Let's ride. Walk up to Laddie.
So as you see, there's like 5 or 6 people that are all kind of like standing around listening to him talk, and you can't see him yet. You just hear him, and he's loud. He's very boastful. There I was, chasing this guy down through the alleyway. I had frostbite in one hand and flame tongue in the other, and I go running down that alley like a deranged dwarf. And he's going, "Please, no, sir, please. I don't even know you." And I just laughed. Just counting the money in my head. So first, I cut off one of his legs, so he can't run away anymore.
This guy's good.
This guy knows what he's
We
talking
need
about.
him on our team.
So as I was just sitting there and just chopping and chopping, one of his friends came up and he put his hands on me and said, "Please stop." Now I respect the politeness, but you don't touch Laddie. And off went his hand. I got it. It's right here. And he pulls it out of this bag. And it's got it looks like a perfectly seared off, cauterized hand.
Hey, it's like Gulk's hand.
He's not even here. He can't defend himself.
So what would you kill all them people for? I don't remember. They must have offended me or something. All I know is that they had it coming. I think.
This guy's got good moral principles.
Yeah.
Also. Fighting for the little guy. No pun intended because he's short.
I say we get this man another drink. Oh, I like drinking.
Well, I bet you ain't had a drink that's worth your time yet. I mean, you've been drinking. Is that ale?
It's Wine.
Wine.
It's a pretty old port wine.
Yeah, it looks old, dusty. Let me interest you in something for free. On me. It's a little special. They call it Mike's secret stuff, or medicine.
Mike's secret stuff.
Yeah, from the play.
All right.
I'm not Mike, by the way. Let me get you a little
You don't
taster
look
here.
like a Mike.
Yeah,
You know.
it's because I'm not.
You look more like a Tom.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of people call me Thomas.
Is your name Tom?
It's not.
Can I call you Tom?
Sure.
How about Tom Tom?
Tom.
That was my brother's name.
So I'm like a brother to
You
you.
kind of looked like my brother. The
Must
red,
be.
red beard, and
Good looking feller.
he was handsome.
Yeah, I was.
Way with the men and the women. Mm-hmm. He could have anyone he wanted.
Legend.
And
What
he just
happened?
starts like welling up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry about Tom. I'm pour a little bit more in the cup.
He's a
Well,
dwarf after all.
Try this. And we'll drink to your brother Tom.
Tom Tom.
Tom. I'll pour a little one too. Shoot it back. What you think of that?
I mean, it's good,
Yeah, it is.
but
But
I don't know. It's a little weak.
Does it bring Tom back?
I'd like to take some sort of damage, please.
Psychic damage.
Roll 1d6 for psychic damage.
Yeah. 4.
Use vicious mockery on you.
Yeah, basically.
Look, you gotta understand something. I've been around. I've eaten and drank things that would kill most people. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I should be dead. I might be. Maybe I can't die.
How about that? Well,
I like you, Tom Tom.
Thank you. What was your name?
Laddie.
I like you too, laddie. Well, I'm sorry that my alcohol wasn't strong enough for you. I've never heard that.
Oh,
before.
I mean, it's no insult to you at all. It's, You ever drank dragon's blood?
I can't say that I have.
It's pretty spicy. Well, red dragon blood is. I can't say that I've had dragon's blood of other kinds. But red dragon's blood? Now that will fuck you up.
Like a Tabasco kind of spice.
Like someone poured liquor with hot metal in your mouth. It's good though.
So more like an ass blaster sauce.
It's like the special sauce that you put on your burritos,
Yep. I
But-
know that one.
but not the one you want to eat all the time. You know,
So burns on the way out too.
it burns the whole way.
It's the whole way.
Nothing good about it in or out. But for some reason, we just put ourselves through it.
Well, I'm gonna have to try it sometime. It sounds exhilarating.
Who are your friends?
This is Fedora.
Fiora.
This is Fig, and this is Where'd Lemmy go? He was like,
I don't know. I haven't
He-
seen him for a minute.
Well, he was being weird. I don't know.
what else is new?
Yeah, I just let it go.
Well, let's do I look around, see him out the outside window, looking in or anything.
I don't think he's in view.
Yeah, no, I'm
Because he
like,
left the bar, right?
yeah, I'm like in a back alley, acting like I'm a hobo.
Yeah. I don't know.
Please, sir, you have
Our
any
fr-
money?
Our,
Well, we got another person in our group. His name is Lemmy. He looks exactly like this, and I'd say exactly what he looks like. Hey, he's one of our. He's around here. Let me know if you see him. I hope he didn't get lost in it again.
He disappears sometimes. He'll be fine.
Oh, I think I met that fella.
Oh, well, you already know him then.
Nice guy.
No, you didn't meet him.
No, he was very kind. He offered me money.
money.
Oh,
Wait, you met him?
normally,
Oh, yeah.
When'd you
normally
meet him?
takes people.
Oh, it was earlier.
Oh, he hadn't mentioned.
He paid me to do a job for him.
Uh,
And I mean, he paid.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Spirit check.
Man of his word, you know? And I gotta admire that.
Well,
A man who says one thing and then delivers on it. That's a man you can trust.
preach. Well, he's part of our group. Anywho, he's around here somewhere. He'll be coming in.
Oh, well, I hope so. I like that guy.
Yeah, well, He's probably taking a shit or something.
I had a business proposition for him, but it's okay.
Well, since we're part of his group,
Hey, if you see him, tell him that to come and see Laddie. I'm gonna be staying here indefinitely.
sure. Can we have a sending stone or something?
Oh yeah, we do. He has the other one.
The other one.
Lemmy has the other one, so we could send him.
Oh.
Have we slept recently?
No.
Well, we took a long rest this morning.
We did.
The sending stone doesn't work over. Because I may have used it when you handed it to me.
But I can send one to
Oh.
you.
Yep.
Over. Brian, please say over.
You know, I'll just go outside, see if I see him hanging around.
Yeah, we'll be right here talking to our new bud.
Make sure he's all right.
Sure.
And I walk outside and look around for Lemmy.
So I'm like in a back alley. Mud on my face. You guys didn't know this about me. I have really long hair. Just on the sides. On top, it's like bald. So when I take my hat off, it's just a big bald spot.
When did this come about? I feel like that's never been
It's one of
established.
these hand puppet things that just happens to
Yep.
and it haunts you for a whole campaign.
He rocked the Uncle Phil a little too long. Now you can't change it.
What he's describing kind of sounds like. Have you ever seen Phantasm?
No.
So there's the one guy in there. His name's Reggie, and he's bald, but he has like long hair, like a skullet, and he does this for 40 years because he showed up in every sequel. And he just recently passed away, which I was sad about because he was badass in the Phantasm movies.
Oh.
First time I've ever seen like a bald dude rocking a skullet, that was just badass. So,
I mean, he's not like fully bald. He's like balding. Like,
said
it's,
bald.
It's real thin. Like you could see through it.
okay.
I was thinking
kind of
like
thing.
the Terry Bradshaw is like just long all the way around.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what I was thinking.
You know,
So yeah,
Wow.
I look like a homeless person.
So I walk up. Are you sitting down, standing?
Sitting down, but I put a blanket like underneath my leg, so it looks like it's cut off. Like I only got one leg, but it's actually me just sitting on it, and it's just kneecap.
So I go over and I sit next to you. I'm like, did you pay him to kill people?
No, didn't pay anybody.
Do I believe?
This is the worst part.
Make a
He's-
deception check.
He's playing a bard now, so it's
I
even
know,
harder
right?
to like.
Oh, he's gonna convince me too.
You got to roll anything higher than a 3.
Anything higher than a 3. That's way higher than a 3.
Way higher than a 3.
It's like 5 times higher.
Yeah.
You
10.
believe every word that comes out of his mouth.
I don't know if I believe him, but
Well,
I don't.
You, the player, don't, but you,
Just-
the character, do.
I don't know.
Get out of here, crazy lady. Spare change. I don't even have a cup. I'm just making the noise with my mouth. Like it's just.
Make a performance check.
It's just so stupid.
Ooh, not a good performance. I can't even click on beat. It's probably like depending on what it is. Let me see here. Performance. 9.
It's not convincing.
Yeah. I'm working on it. I'm new. First day on the job.
Thursday on the job.
Well, regardless, Lottie said he had a business proposal for you. Seemed to think highly of you.
Is she lying?
Well, you can make an insight check,
Hiya!
Oh.
and you can make a persuasion or deception check.
So I got a 1 and I have a -1, so that's
A 0?
I got a 5.
So
How does this even work at this point?
you are telling. You have to tell him whether you're telling the truth or not.
I am telling the truth. Although, like, I don't know that I believe him or not. He weirds me out.
Her story is true.
I gotta go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did roll a 20. So good things happen.
Hey, you get to hit the horn. That's
Yeah,
what happens when you
that's
roll.
Yeah. Just a horn plays next to you guys. What the fuck was
I
that?
didn't mind these buttons to not use them.
You're killing my business. Bitching.
I used to disguise self and turn into a very, very old lady with like one tooth, very wrinkly, no like 2 strands of hair on the head.
Mother,
Mommy, Mom.
is that you, Mum?
Better.
That's better.
That's better.
So I will between me and you, I may have misplaced some cash flow
I see.
to cart, and he might have maybe saw it as I was paying him to kill people.
I see. And these people were cultists?
Theoretically,
You know, obviously.
they could have been. I didn't ask. Maybe.
Okay. In
My
case
client-
anyone asks, you know.
Yeah, he may or may not have gotten out of the cart and caused a scene.
I see. Well, theoretically, good work. Otherwise, I don't know, he seems to like you, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not.
Theoretically, we just became friends, maybe. We're still learning.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
just happenstance, yes.
He said his name was Laddie.
Otis may have described someone that looked, you know, like you. Yeah.
You know, it may ring a bell.
Okay. Do you want me to go back and say that you're not around? Or that you're busy with something?
Ask him what his business proposition is.
All right.
I have... My time's not to be wasted. Give him like a mafia vibe.
This is interesting.
I'll do my best. Obviously, I'm not the greatest. I'm not a bard like you, but okay. Okay.
Okay. Carry on.
All right, I sit there for a second longer, and then I get up, and then and change back to normal and go back in the bar.
The crowd around Laddie has gotten a little bigger. And you just hear him going, "Oh, there was blood all in my eyes. It was crazy. I couldn't even see what I was swinging at for a little while."
You see me in the window?
Stupid.
Tom.
Art.
I think I may have misjudged the alcohol.
It's a slow burn, kind of like when you drink
Oh,
dragon's blood.
it's never hurt, but I feel a little tingle in my ass.
Yeah, you do.
the ass.
That is
That is
a
diabolical.
guarantee of my brand.
Is that where it's supposed to be tingling right now?
Oh yeah. Just wait.
Ooh, I like it.
Brown-eyed girl.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it is. You want to buy some? We selling.
No. That could kill me.
Yep.
And I plan on living a long time.
Oh, I mean, with killing shit like you do, I believe it. Say, what's the craziest thing you ever took out?
Dragons.
What kind?
Yes.
How many heads they have?
Just the normal amount. But 2 at once.
Well, that's fancy.
Well, that was me, and I had a little bit of help, but I definitely killed both of them.
Mm-hmm. Sure. You ever kill 6 at once?
No, that sounds terrifying.
That kind of sounds like awesome too, right?
I mean, if you're gonna go out,
You're gonna go.
Yeah. Might as well. Tippy top.
one dragon is a bitch way to go out, but 6.
What if it was like it was one unit of a dragon, right? But it had 6 heads.
You're talking about Tiamat.
Yes, my friend.
Everyone knows about Tiamat. At least my kind do.
What do you know about her?
Oh, that she's banished in the hells currently. That she's the mother of all dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all chromatic dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Most chromatic dragons are foul pieces of shit.
Most, not all, sure. You think she'll ever get out?
Be bad for the world if she does.
How you feel about the world? Good place, bad place?
Well, I mean, we live in it, so
Yeah,
kind of a fan.
I would tend to agree. You make a solid point. So, anywho,
Are there things I'd like to change? Sure.
yeah.
Could
like,
some things be better? Absolutely. But things could be worse.
They could be worse because we could all be dead. Well,
Or sober. Huh?
this guy knows what he's talking about right here. And I'm gonna get in a little bit closer to him, so I'm not like announcing to the whole bar. Rumor has it someone's bringing her back from her banishment, and she's gonna be here. And we, plus the weird Lemmy guy, is gonna take her out. You interested?
You know, I might be. I think it might be fate that has crossed our paths.
You know, when they talk about fate, generally they talk about Frog Jesus, because he is up there, or she, who knows, a deity without those kinds of limitations.
That's my business proposition. Has to do with a dragon. A
Well,
rather nasty one.
I had a chat with Lemmy. He's a bit busy at the moment, but he wanted to know what your proposition was.
Well, he kind of may have alluded that he was doing something with dragons, or he was at least messing with those cultists who seem to really get off on sucking dragon toes or something. I don't know what it is that they do.
It's not their toes.
I don't want to know. However, I'm a pretty old dwarf. And, I have a dragon I can't kill.
Something you can't kill.
Well, it's a pretty old dragon. The older they are, the stronger they are. And I've never been able to get enough people who are either foolish enough, brave enough, or strong enough to help me with my proposition. They said, nah, that's too dangerous.
Interesting.
I don't know what that word means.
Dangerous.
Well, between you...
But he had the look in his eye of a man willing to embrace destiny. Are you interested?
Goddamn right.
Well, here's my business proposition. There's a rather nasty dragon who stole something from me a long time ago, and I want it back.
What kind of dragon is it?
It's a black dragon.
You got a timeline on this? Week?
That's good. I mean, it won't be
You'll get 'em
resistant to my
next
fire.
Lives in a swamp. Stole my village.
I see. And what village was that?
Oh, it's
Generally.
it's near the well, the land's now all a bog and marsh. It didn't used to be though. I believe they call it the Hill of the Spirit, Lost Spirit, or something like that. Our village was just on the outside of that.
Oh, shit. It's like the hill. Okay, it's not. We're not in the hill. Fuck, we're close to the hill.
I need someone to go in and chop that bitch's head off. Her name is Grazemees.
Dagger.
Because she is the reason that I have no home. She is the reason that I have done everything that I have done to become as strong as I am. And I faced off with her once, and I was no match. But I killed a few of her brood. And I'm pretty sure she has a price on my head now, too.
Would I know anything about that?
I would say unless you were involved in it, probably no.
Okay.
There's a lot of whispers going on in the dragon world. I keep my ear to the ground, so to speak. So I was already looking and watching what those dragon cultists were doing anyway. They're not very good at hiding who they are. They talk a lot about Tiamat. Pretty loudly enough for anyone to hear it.
Obnoxiously, yes.
So when he said, go cause a distraction and do what you do, I was on board anyway. But what my sources have told me is that there's a lot of commotion going on with the eldest of dragons. And Graysmees is one of the oldest still around.
Never heard of him.
Just doesn't work.
That's weird. Interesting.
There are 5 ancient dragons. The oldest, the elder dragons, is what they are known as. And they are more powerful individually than most dragons of their kind. They are feared and respected. They usually come from very long lineages of pure-blood dragons. And all of them claim to trace their lineage back to Tiamat herself, directly.
Are they like friends with Tiamat though, or are they like not like her?
I
'cause
think
they're
that
overshadowed?
it's a little bit of both, a little bit more of fear. So, I know quite a bit about the cultists, but I don't know everything about them. I don't know who their leaders are. I don't know where their base of operations is, but what my sources say is that there are new people who are leading this cult. And before it was more of a bunch of weirdo necromancers who believed that dragons would best serve their purpose once they were dead. And they raised dragons only to be slaughtered and raised up by them as Dracoliches.
Disturbing.
This new cult does not believe that. They believe that these ancient translations that they've gotten were mistranslated. Somehow this all leads back to somehow figuring out a way to bring back Tiamat without figuring out how her brother will get involved in it.
Her brother.
Bahamut.
Oh.
Now Bahamut is a person that I could get behind. In some cultures, he is known as the father of the metallic dragons. He is a good soul, pure, lawful, loyal. Tiamat and Bahamut don't get along very well. And at some point, he is the reason that she is where she is. I don't know the specifics before my time. And I wasn't there anyway. And of course, I'm sure some of the old scripts and stories may have even been mistranslated. Point is, Tiamat is in the Nine Hells. This new iteration of the cult definitely wants to bring her back. If you are following the cult, like I believe Lemmy was, then you already know that much, and I'm not telling you anything that you don't know.
Yeah, we know all that.
Now, I have been heavily recruited by many sides because of my vast knowledge of Graysmees and my encounters with Graysmees. Now, I don't know exactly what her business front is, but that's all that it is. It's just a source of income. Dragons covet. All dragons covet. Some, it's gold, gems, jewels, knowledge, magical powers, artifacts. Some covet people, places, servants. To them, that is power. Having an army at your command anytime that you need, that's true power. Now, I don't know what's going on with this Council of the Elder Dragons, but I do know that Graysmees is a part of this council. She is one of these Elder Dragons.
So this council, does that mean they're allied with each other?
I think that the cultists have been trying to negotiate some way with them. I know that they have asked them for help, asked for some of their brood to help them in their mission to bring back Tiamat. I know some of the dragons don't really want to relinquish the power that they have, and they definitely don't want to share it. Now, they have a very shaky truce. They all sort of have their own territories throughout the Forgotten Realms. And as long as their ilk stay in that corner and theirs stay over here, it's pretty peaceful.
Okay.
Dragons are territorial, though. They do not want other dragons in their territory. Especially these elder dragons.
Since you seem to know a lot about this,
I am 750 years old. I know a lot.
that would explain things. Does the name Mondath ring any bells with you?
I've heard the name amongst the cultists. I don't know in what regards, though.
Okay.
And I know that this Resmir that they're looking for has definite ties to it. They're lieutenants, so to speak. I do know that they wear purple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Maybe they just like it.
Yeah, it's not really a good color.
I think that it's more of a neutral color amongst the chromatics. I only know much about the dragon lore. I don't know much about the behind the scenes, and frankly, I don't really want to get involved in it. But, should you come into contact with that Tiamat, and you need some help, and you can find me, you have both my axes.
Perfect. Do you have any, means of traveling super quick?
I may have a way or two.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, it just so happens I have paper birds. And I have 4 left. And one of them is going to have your name on it, because when we find Tiamat, I'm going to send you a bird. But you got to get there quick, because we probably don't got a lot of time. You know.
I suppose I do have another question. What about metallic dragons?
Metallic dragons are mostly benign.
I was mostly asking because one offered to assist us at some point, and I didn't want to cause friction amongst the same.
Metallic dragons and the chromatics don't get along well most of the time. They're sort of like sibling rivalry. If a chromatic dragon gives you their word on something, take it with a grain of salt and make sure that they're not having something sneak up behind you to stab you in the back. But if a metallic dragon tells you something, their word is their bond. Somewhere in there are gem dragons, but I don't know much about their lineage or their character.
Okay. So you'd be fine fighting alongside a gold dragon, for example?
I don't hate dragons.
Okay.
Had a dragonborn companion once. One of the most ferocious sorcerers I've ever done battle with.
Reasonable.
Well, that's a lot process.
Well, could we talk about this as a group about your Graymese problem? And
Sure.
give you.
It's pretty easy. Go into the swamp, kill Graysmees.
Okay.
That's it. Bring proof of demise, and I will help you in your fight with Tiamat. Now look, this is not a mission I'm just throwing you into blindly. You can take anything from her lair that you want. I don't want any of it. I just want my land back.
Understood. We might need to. If we do this, we might need to train up a little bit more to.
Understood.
If you can't beat Graysmees, I don't think.
I'm still
a lot of us
training
can
myself.
yet.
I sometimes wander down into the dungeons. It seems to be a pretty good training ground.
So you said that used to be your land there, like all your people, where she, that jerk took over.
Aye.
Wow.
Small civilization there, small farming community. See, my ancestors once were deeper in the mountains. I'm a hill dwarf by nature, but never really cared much for digging in holes and staying under the earth. I much preferred the company of birds and deer and trees, feeling the grass on my bare feet. And I liked farming. I was good at it. Plus, I liked cows. They're such loyal animals.
They taste amazing.
Well, they are tasty. But that's not why.
So what happened to your, like, how did this all happen?
Well, we were all just doing our things one day. It was in the middle of winter. I guess that the dragon thought that would be the best time, not that it really mattered. Graysme's father, Feldoth. He just came in and started spewing acid on the buildings, on the women, on the children, on the men. We were a peaceful community, not really fit for fighting. I mean, up until that point, the most dangerous thing that I had ever done was, fend off against some rats or maybe the occasional giant spider that would wander into the village. I think I might have at that point confronted a small goblin pack, with help, mind you. So fighting was not really in our nature. We just wanted to be left alone. That land was left to me by someone whose life I saved once. Medicines, not anything more complicated than that. I do know a fair bit about potions and healing. It was an elf who claimed territory over that land, said it belonged to their ancestors, and taught me a little bit of the druidic ways, enforcing what I already kind of knew with medicines, and then left me the land. But said, in realistic terms, that no one owns a forest, no one owns a hill or a tree. So it's not like I got a deed or anything. But it's almost as if the trees knew. Trees were smart, in a way I don't really quite fully know how to explain.
But a sorcerer could probably explain it.
Possibly.
Yeah, we should go head over there.
We should go head over, introduce.
As
Have you
saying,
met Gus?
Get one more session in Waterdeep.
as he's like saying all this, kind of focusing his attention more on Otis, I'm gonna step away for a second and sending Lemmy and say, he's asking us to kill Gray's Meese. You should come in here. Don't tell him Otis knows her.
You're like,
You can reply. It's only like 25 words, though.
She didn't say over.
Over.
Alright, that's 4 words. 21
Or
left.
didn't say over.
Didn't say over.
Didn't say over.
Over, and that's it. No.
Okay,
That's it. Just
I mean, you got to.
Yeah.
21 left.
You don't have to send the whole thing if you don't want to.
How am I doing out here?
How am I?
No. Like,
Money-wise?
I'm asking you, yeah.
No one has given you any money.
Shit. Business.
Your little makeshift cup has a couple of
Holes in it?
spits in it.
Real honkers.
Business is slow. Allegedly, I may know him. Over.
I just kind of shrug and go back because I was just letting him know that, shit, Gray's Meese.
So I'll kind of walk back into the bar stealthily.
Okay.
Not going to their table.
You don't really need to roll a stealth check. No one's looking for you.
I just wanted to feel wanted. So I'll just kind of sneak in, and I'll find just like a booth in the corner opposite of them, and just like jack it up, and a menu in front of my face.
Okay. You cut holes out of the menu so you can look through it.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to watch them. Do they look like they're having a good time?
Yeah, I mean they look like they're just talking. It doesn't seem
Must be
really
so
intense
cool.
or anything.
Otis is sweating. You can see it is staining through now.
Yeah, so that's it. You killed the Black Dragon. I will help you with your Tiamat problem, should it arise, or anything else you might want my help with.
Yeah, you kind of made it sound like no matter what, you help us with the Tiamat thing, and then like bonus.
That's more of a
Kinda.
bonus.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that to be on their tombstone?
Yeah.
Here lies Lemmy, Slayer of the Five-Headed Dragon.
I know I would.
I'm hoping to survive that fight, but, whatever happens.
I think the best way to survive it is to stop it from even happening. Am I right?
Ideally.
The best way to stop a fight is to stop it before it starts. That's what my daddy said. He also said that if those little bastards at the schoolyard don't stop messing with you, you break their noses.
Peaceful people, huh?
Sounds like a smart...
Ah, we were peaceful, but you don't let people take advantage of you.
Yeah, I understand that. I got a real thing for bullies. Hate them. As a bully wog, I get bullied a lot, and not in the wog kind of way.
Is it because you're a frog?
I guess. I don't know. People just don't like me.
I got no problem with frogs.
You ever have frog legs for?
Why would anyone want to eat that?
Thank you. This guy. he
When there
gets
are
it.
perfectly good chickens, cows, and pigs to eat.
Him
Exactly.
slapping on the table. Do I read the room as hostile over there? Because I'm not very good at reading lips. I'm trying to read like body language.
Go with insight roll.
You've also seen this a few times.
15.
This
It seems
whole
okay.
speech.
Okay.
Fiora is definitely going, oh my god, the frog legs thing.
Otis seems like he's like getting a little bit heated about it, but not in a I'm ready to fight it.
Okay.
I don't understand why people trying to eat my people's legs
They eat bullywug legs?
all the time. We was almost hunted
Or
out.
were they
'cause-
talking about little frogs?
No. They say we're the creme de la creme.
Would you eat human legs?
That's what I said.
Would you eat elf legs?
I probably said that too.
I mean, I think I have before, but you have to do what you have to do. It wasn't from because I wanted to eat elf legs. I just didn't want to die.
yeah,
Fiora
some
gets
people.
a real weird look on her face when they say that, but doesn't say anything.
Listen, I've eaten a person or two. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody's eating a person or two, right?
We had an agreement. We were in a dangerous situation. They said if you need to eat me to survive,
Waste
it's not like I killed them. They died.
Waste not.
Allegedly.
What?
Natural causes of the dungeon.
The dungeon.
Do we believe that part?
Make an insight check.
Allegedly. Permission to say a word?
13.
Hard to read.
Hard to read.
Your instinct says probably truthful, but he does have that crazy look in his eye, so you're not sure.
Just have that crazy look in his eyes.
He's a little drunk. Well, I'm glad you're a friend of the frogs and a friend of our cause. We'll be talking to you when we get the team at, so sharpen your blades up and wait for our.
And I'll
paper
get
bird.
me shoes ready.
Sure. I
Is
mean,
he
if you
not
need
wearing
shoes, I
shoes?
don't.
No, he's wearing shoes.
Oh, never mind.
I don't even wear shoes, so
And for the first time since you've like been talking to him, you notice his shoes do not match his outfit at all. He's wearing like this set of like gray robes kind of over, and you're kind of seeing this like armor underneath of it. It's kind of shimmering a little bit, and he's probably wearing the robe so it doesn't shimmer as much. But every now and then he moves and you see it, you go, "That's very nice armor." But now you're looking down at his feet, which have been under the table, and he's wearing these like sparkly, sequiny shoes, and they're red.
Like Wizard of Oz shoes.
we're like Max and
The
Boots.
Wizard of Oz shoes.
No place like
Well, you asked if I had a means of traveling fast. I just click me heels together a couple of times and say where I want to go,
There's no
and
place
I
like
go
home.
there.
There's no place.
Within,
awesome.
there's a few rules besides that.
Sure, sure.
Can't be Kansas.
It's handy though. I mean, when you're really drunk and you need to go home,
Hey, click at them heels. That's
Riding
awesome.
horses.
they don't work down in the dungeon, so I don't use them down there very much. I have different shoes for that. But out here and about, yeah, that's why I say those guards were never going to catch me.
Well, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate your lore telling, storytelling. We'll be in contact eventually.
Very well.
Something or another.
I'll be around. I'm gonna be staying here for a while.
Sounds good. Unless you want to go home, right?
I might pop into the dungeon every now and then, but
Well, let's talk about the shoot thing, I guess, again. So,
I don't know where I would want to go. I don't really have a home, remember?
yeah.
Someone stole it.
I mean,
Which is
yeah.
why I'm asking you guys to take care of it.
Bro, too soon.
My
Happened
bad.
like 100 years ago or something. I don't know.
Few hundred.
700.
Well, bye.
750 years. You good luck.
Thanks for the information and the work offer.
Information is free. All right, so you guys have gathered some new info.
Yep.
I would just like to say, Jesus Christ, you give this guy an inch
Yeah.
in your backstory, and he just takes a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker.
I've done it to all of you.
Yep.
Not you yet.
Yeah, wait until I get scoffed.
Only a little.
I didn't give you much for mine.
No.
Oh, open.
And that guy down there, oh, I got some plans for him.
Oh boy.
It's to kill me. Part 2.
My goal is never to kill you.
It might be. Maybe me.
Your last death was not even your fault. It was the first time you died in a campaign that it wasn't really your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I died
We
honorably.
were trying.
You were in a group, you were doing your job, and it was just bad luck and bad rolls.
Yeah.
Don't worry. He might not be all the way dead.
Yeah.
Just
you can still
mostly.
get to play him.
There's dead, mostly dead.
I've seen worse.
Mostly dead. There's undead. There's
Man, that Grazeme's twist, you didn't see that coming, huh?
I didn't see that coming.
Like Lost Season 7.
I can't wait for him to go to have that conversation. So Grazeme's, I hear that there's like, that you're kind of a bitch. Is this true?
Is this true?
I don't think I
Asking-
should say that.
No.
Asking
Hey, he's never
for
talked to him.
There's
before.
this crazy dwarf that wants us to kill you. I just thought you should know.
asking for a friend.
Hypothetical.
Have you ever heard of someone named Laddie?
Are you a bitch? What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
Does he look like a bitch? We should have shotguns for this kind of deal.
All right, so what now? I'm assuming you guys catch back up with
Like, I gotta go to fucking bed.
Lemmy.
It's been a lot.
You guys fill him in on the details because he never tells you guys anything.
I feel like, yeah, and Otis is probably over there shell shocked.
Yeah, so they fill you in on it that Laddie the dwarf wants you guys to kill Grazeme's the dragon. They fill you in on the Elder
So-
Dragon stuff.
Yeah.
Well, she only gave you one name for the Elder Dragon, Grazeme's.
You want us to kill an elder dragon?
If you were wondering, that's above an ancient dragon.
Yeah, Lottie said that, and I said,
For how much?
definitely not right now.
For how much?
Price was not discussed.
Price is not discussed, but he did say we could have anything in their lair.
And
And
help
if there's
with-
nothing,
And
we
help.
die.
In a dragon's
Elder?
lair?
And an elder dragon's lair, let alone
It's
in
been running a hooch operation for who knows how long.
That's got to be a lot of money.
And help with Tiamat.
Plus the knowledge of doing the right thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do we think
Yeah,
that?
that too.
Do we think Tiamat could just come back and kill that one for us?
Probably not.
That's
gonna
kind of
happen.
what was implied.
Yeah.
They don't really want to share the power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we just wait. We
Yeah,
and then
but-
we pick up the body.
We wait
But
until
then-
the World Bringer Apocalypse Dragon comes in and just takes care of it for us.
Yeah, then we have no problems.
and then we
problem.
take what's in the layer and offer it as a donation.
I mean, ideally, we stop Tiamat from ever returning. Because I don't want to fight her either.
What sounds way cooler? Dying to Tiamat or Ancient
I
Dragon?
mean, they're
I
both pretty cool.
Elder Dragon.
Elder Dragon.
It's like Elder Wand, Elder Dragon.
wasn't planning on dying, but you know, ideally.
I wasn't planning on being almost a dwarf.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Do you think I could just wish for her to die? Is that how that works? I don't know how this whole thing works.
I've been trying.
Might as well.
I don't know, maybe when we get closer to the, to that point.
Wait, can't you just wish them away?
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know how
You're
it
gonna
works.
wait? We can
Well,
do
I
it
don't-
now.
I don't want to waste it in case we need it.
Well, I think
In
we
case
do.
we need what? We wish them
Wishes.
away, it's over.
Yeah, we wish them away. We ain't gonna need it.
Well,
You're being
the Elder
selfish.
Dragon. What about Tiamat?
No,
Wish
kill
them
her.
both away. All dragons.
Can you even wish against the
Wait.
deity?
You're gonna take one for the team, right?
Is that how that
My
works?
dragon is like summons.
Oh yeah, kill all dragons. Just
I'm not
no
gonna-
dragons forever.
I'm not gonna
That's the
make
wish.
any wishes until I either.
I think I read this comic book. It was in the X-Men, and Scarlet Witch said no mutants. How'd that work out for them? Oh, that's right. They killed her. And it didn't get rid of the mutants.
I think I might save the
Could
wishes
Scarlet
till
Witch
either.
get rid of them?
She depopulated the mutant population by 90%.
Well,
Only some of them survived. They didn't die. They just lost
But
their
why?
powers.
She wished them all away.
It's very complicated.
Okay. We'll talk later.
We'll talk
we'll
about
talk later.
it. Yeah, it happened a long time ago.
Okay, so we just wish all the dragons away. You
Wow.
use your wish.
But I don't know if it
He's
works
got,
like that.
He's got 3 wishes.
Well,
You got 3.
He's got 3 wishes.
You're not willing to waste one here?
do we?
But-
I don't know that we
Did you
know
tell
that.
them that you have a lamp of 3 wishes?
They were all there, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
were there when.
It was
when I
that
read
was
it.
during the
You didn't write
gold
down the fact
twist.
that he had 3 wishes? Yes, I gave your party 3 wishes.
We wish all the dragons away.
Well, he didn't wish to save Gulk.
Look,
Well, we had different ways of dealing with it.
Yeah, but Gulk was like level 4.
I don't want to use these wishes until either we have to or we understand what these wishes are actually.
Okay, and if
capable
you
Yeah.
die, how do we wish?
of. Well, the lamp's got to drop.
Or we just don't let him die.
That
he-
too. I
he
prefer
did-
that option.
He did say he was gonna give it to me when he was done with it. So
I don't-
I'm next in line.
Hopefully, you don't plan on dying.
So we're not gonna do whatever he said, obviously, because Gray's my boss.
So, just to recap, the guy from the organization, Umberfell, is looking for the lamp that he has.
That I have.
You don't have the lamp.
Well, yeah, I will.
I'm gonna get that later.
I don't know if you guys remembered that part or not.
Not that my character knows.
Yeah,
that.
We
Charles.
don't know
Yeah,
that.
our
The,
characters don't know,
The,
but
the cloak and daggers.
Yeah, Charles.
sure.
His name was Chuck.
Chuck.
John Charles.
His name
Come
was
on,
Chuck.
guys. This is some of the best stuff I've ever
And
come
Day
up
Slayer.
Day
or
Slayer.
not Nightcrawler. Can't use that one either.
with. Umberfell.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna fight a guy with claws that come out of his fingers called Honey Badger.
You're not.
A beaver named Bucktooth.
You guys are gonna fight an actual Cyclops. That shoots,
Right.
that shoots a laser from its
That's-
eye.
We do have a
But he'll be a Cyclops.
Sure, we have Cyclops Eye.
That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be pretty sweet.
It's gonna be
You
Does
might fight a Storm Sorcerer.
Does the Badger like jeans?
Jeez.
probably
It's the only
Favorite
creature-
color's gray.
You guys might fight a Psy Warrior,
gray, yellow.
who's also a ninja.
Any rogues?
I don't think that there's really anything like that in D&D. I mean, I could probably come up with something, but
Okay.
I might take a survey. Who are your favorite X-Men that you don't want me to turn into villains?
I think Rogue could be like a wild magic sorcerer.
Almost.
Yeah, that's what I would equate her to.
Mixed with a arcane trickster because they can steal spells.
Not bees.
True, they can.
Ooh, don't make Magneto.
Magneto is.
Well, we're
most
just
powerful.
fucked if we make magic.
That's what I'm saying. like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wishing away all the dragons, we might need one.
Also, don't make Deadpool because you just can't kill that guy.
Yeah.
But it would be fun to watch you play a Deadpool character. So
Yeah, I would love to
roll
hear.
the dice.
I would love to hear Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do Ryan Reynolds.
I hope that.
Merc with a mouth, baby. Let's go.
Maybe that's the bear. Maybe
Could
he's
be.
Deadpool,
But he wasn't. So
but he could be.
You could.
he didn't give the persona.
Nah, he's Ted.
Schmosby.
Schmosby.
What? No.
I don't know what the teddy bear is. I just wanted to throw something weird in the game.
It's
Okay.
Schmosby.
Oh,
I like it. I like
He
it.
cries at weddings.
Christ.
Classic Schmosby. So you guys want Deadpool?
A little bit.
Isn't Wolverine like Deadpool?
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of.
No.
They're
They're not anything alike at all.
How? They both can regenerate.
Their powers are a little different.
They're regenerating. The way they regenerate. is
Plus,
different.
Wolverine died. Deadpool.
Bet it's gonna
didn't.
feel huge in this hand.
Oh, man.
Continue.
Definitely don't make Dogpool.
No
Because I don't want to have to kill Dogpool.
But Deadpool doesn't have to be a villain. I mean, he could be just a guy.
It's true. It could be Laddie.
Ooh, Juggernaut.
That's
Juggernaut, bitch.
smoosh.
Juggernaut.
Yeah, but it's got to be Vinny Jones. It's got to be Vinny Jones Juggernaut.
How about Vin Diesel?
No, Vinny Jones. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, no Drax.
I think I could do a good Drax. I think Drax would be fine.
Or Rocket Raccoon. That, yeah.
That'd be a good
I have a weird raccoon in the game already.
Yeah, he's a steampunk raccoon, sort of companion for our sorcerer paladin.
It's very Rocket-esque.
Yeah.
I think she had a set of like a jacket or a vest.
He
or
was a hoarder.
something made up.
Like he wanted stuff.
Huh.
Sound like that.
They called him Trash Panda.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we already had a raccoon. Can't do a raccoon again. All right, so are you guys going to sleep or?
Probably. So then we can
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
do the thing tomorrow. Leave.
I don't want to pay for bed in here, so maybe we just go back to Hook, Line, Sinker.
Yeah.
Take a night-night.
So you guys go back to Hook, Line, and Sinker. If there's anything else you guys need to do before you head to sleep, we'll just go ahead and kind of fast forward through the nighttime.
Should we pick up another pack of paper birds?
Probably. I got a few left, but damn
Can't
it.
one of you guys learn the fucking sending spell?
I
That's
can't.
a cleric
Not yet.
spell.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
can't
wizard.
learn.
Oh, it'd be a shame if you guys had a cleric.
Wizard, cleric,
Too soon.
sorcerer. We don't have either of those.
Druid definitely can't learn it.
Bards can't learn sending?
I don't
I
know.
think they might be able to.
They can eventually, because they can learn any spell.
Yes, eventually. I know at 10th level,
If
sure,
he wants
but
to burn a...
Well, until then,
He doesn't cast his spells anyway.
You could wish for me to have sending.
self to have sending.
You could wish us all be level 20.
I think
bards can just learn it.
I thought so.
Bard, cleric, wizard, aberrant sorcery, and peace domain.
That doesn't seem like a damage spell.
It's not, but it's a really useful spell.
I'm
It's a
gonna allow you
useful
to say
spell.
lawyer. Should wish for you to have it.
I mean, we have the means to do that right now.
I really
Right
wish I had a
now.
cheeseburger right now. Oh no!
The monkey paw goes, damn it.
Did that count as a
I
wish?
really-
I should have made it a monkey
I wish
paw.
I didn't do that. Oh shit!
I wish I didn't do that.
I wish I never had this monkey paw. No.
We got no food.
All right, so we'd like to pick up some more paper birds on the way.
Sure.
How many do I get?
I don't know.
We need a supplier, like a constant supplier of paper
However
birds.
many...
Hey man, you got stuff?
What did I say that they cost before? Like 25 gold?
Something like that.
Okay, 25 gold. Roll a D8.
100.
A D8 and
A
then add
T100.
2 to it.
4 total.
So you get 6.
4 total with
Got
the
it.
2.
2 plus
I
2.
can chip
Suck
in.
at
I'd like to
negotiation.
keep one.
29.
You like to keep one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you have one. I'll add 3. And that's
I'll pitch in 10. You pitch in
well, they're 25 piece.
a piece. Okay.
So 25 for you, 75 for me.
Okay. How much do you have? A lot of. Are you good on gold?
Oh,
yeah, you're good.
I'm what they call a loaded bullywog. All right, back to 7 paper birds.
Okay.
It's the most useful magic item in the game so far. So I gave one to Durden. I gave one to Gus. Or no, Liz. Okay. Alright, bedtime.
All right, you guys go ahead and get the benefits of a long rest. You have all been filled in on the Elder Dragon situation.
I've healed my 4 psychic damage.
Nighttime.
We didn't
Uh-oh.
take watch. Fuck.
We're
We ain't
still
gotta take
gonna-
watch. The hook, line, and sinker is protected.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
If you can't hear, there's very ominous music playing right now. We're all a little bit scared.
Just thinking about how to torture us.
Something's gonna happen.
You all drift off to sleep.
Bullywug, 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 bullywug.
And when you feel as though sleep is about to fully encompass you're hitting that spot where it feels as though you're floating down onto your bed and getting ready to just deep sleep. You are all awakened at the same time by a light beaming from the ceiling. You look up and you don't see the ceiling anymore. You see what looks to be the vast nighttime sky. And you see the exact same moon that was on the card, glowing down at all of you. You look around your surroundings. You expect to see trees and grass and dirt paths. You see nothing. You see darkness. You see the void. What do?
Can we see each other like normally?
You see each other from the light of the moon.
What's happening?
This isn't how the dreams usually go.
This is a dream? That doesn't feel like a dream.
Well, you guys aren't usually in them, so I don't think it's one of my prophetic ones. He's not a normal one.
Is my dragon here?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, buddy. I can take care of you. We know about the deck of many things cards, or did we not all know
He
about
didn't.
that?
He didn't tell you about that part.
Okay.
I'll try to I'm laying there, sleeping like somebody that's in like corpse pose over here,
Doing yoga in your sleep.
like right here. I'll kind of like lean my hand in and try to look at the card, just while everybody's kind of distracted on the sky.
The card doesn't seem to be in your possession.
Do we know what the void is?
I refer to it as not like the literal void of the card. It's just vast darkness.
Okay. Okay.
Stars?
The stars are in the sky, all right, but the only thing that looks like it is the way that it should be is the stars and the moon.
This is kind of weird. Is there, you do star things? Is this like a star thing?
Normally other people aren't with me when I have visions or dreams. This is weird.
So you don't see us in your visions or dreams? Maybe this is a vision you're having, and we're all here in your vision.
Do we recognize the moon as the moon on the card? Does that stick out to us, or does it just feel like the normal moon?
Make a wisdom check.
Great. My best stat.
I'd probably look at the stars to see if they look right, if they're in the right places.
They're not.
Only an 8.
Hard to tell. It looks familiar. You're not really sure where you've seen it before.
So I start ignoring you because you're distracting me. And I'm like looking at the stars and like, this is not...
They're not twinkling the way that they're supposed to, where they have that sort of like light that kind of sparkles and then kind of fades and kind of hums. And the stars, when you look at them, not only do you see them, but you kind of hear them. You don't hear them.
These are. They don't look right or sound right. That's.
Must be those new LED stars.
Energy efficient.
Yeah. Don't make sound anymore.
What you mean sound right?
Well, you know, they kind of hum.
They do?
They do?
Have you guys never heard them?
No.
They always hum. Just a little bit.
Maybe that's a druid thing.
Well, now I just assumed everyone could hear that. I've always been able to.
They hum with light, I guess, in a
No,
more
it's
sparkly kind of way.
It's a sound, and they're not in the right places either. I don't understand. It's like we're in the. I don't know if we're in the wrong place or they are.
I don't know. Lemmy, you seen anything like this before? Is he still just like laying in his bed?
Yeah, I'm kind of like real concerned because I don't know where the card is. And I know you guys might not believe me. So I'm trying to figure out how to tell you.
He's like, I'm not sure, but I think I fucked up. I don't know how this is my fault, but
You look suspicious.
The stars are aligning.
The stars are aligning.
I will take just something light. Could be rock in my boot or something.
Bushlight?
I will just toss it in the air.
it goes up and it comes down.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast the light cantrip. A, see if it works, and B, see if I can light up any area in the darkness around us.
What are you casting light on?
My shield, I guess.
Okay. So you cast light, and your shield illuminates. And you expect it to sort of like highlight the ground around you and highlight any objects that are around you. The only thing it does is highlight your friends. The light doesn't seem to transmit in the way that it's supposed to.
Huh.
And as you kind of like hold your shield down towards the ground, you realize that you're not really standing on anything. It's almost like you're floating above nothingness.
That's a
Whoa.
good idea. Fig pulls out like this weird looking wand. He's gonna cast Detect Magic with the Wand of Magic Detection.
You detect magic all around you. The
Okay.
sky, the moon, the ground.
Huh.
And then obviously the magic items that you are carrying.
Well, whatever this thing's going on, it's all magical.
Well, the floating in space is not new, at least not for me, but,
He just like cups his hand over his mouth, says, "Hello," like out loud. Is there like an echo or
It echoes.
Okay.
It kind of echoes as the sound doesn't reverberate off of anything for a while. And then you hear a voice come back in your voice. Hello?
Oh, this place is big.
Hold my thaumaturgy a fart as I do. See what happens.
Exactly what you think is going to happen.
Wow. That's what that
It starts
feels
out like-
like. And then back down.
so Lemmy hasn't moved this whole time?
So Lemmy will get up.
Oh, you're alive then. Okay.
I am alive.
I was getting worried there for a second.
Yeah.
I will stand up, trying to keep my cool. And just thinking out of pure, gotta get out of this. I'm gonna run into her shield to try to deal damage to myself.
Okay, so I'm not very strong.
Neither is he.
Like, I'm going head first.
He's not a barbarian anymore, so.
I don't know that he's coming, and I'm not assuming.
It's called a sneak attack.
Surprise attack.
Yeah, really.
Got advantage.
Yeah, sure. Let's.
Contested strength, I guess?
It's unarmed. We'll do contested strength. You have disadvantage since it's a surprise. Or I'll just give you advantage. How about that?
Yeah,
I was
that's.
gonna say, I'm gonna end up on my ass. I
Don't
know
roll
what
that dice
is.
anymore. You've not rolled over a 5 on that dice
I
tonight.
got a 19 earlier.
Once. And you've rolled 7 times. I've watched you roll.
Advantage.
I definitely
Oh,
I'll
fall
take
on
the
my ass.
advantage.
I'll take the advantage.
No, just kidding. I didn't roll 20.
You
17.
you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage when you smash your head into her shield. It doesn't seem to have any effect other than it hurt.
Fuck!
You get knocked prone.
I'm flopped. What the fuck, Lemmy?
What's she doing?
Thought it was a dream.
Just cause I reach out and I kick you in the face. I'm kidding. Like, really? It doesn't hurt.
Can you explain any of this?
No, but we're trying to figure it out.
The moon. Is it like directly above us, or is it in like a certain direction?
It's weirdly like directly above you,
Okay.
but somehow you can still kind of see it out in the distance at the same time.
Is it like a specific direction?
Nope.
No? Okay. I was just making sure it isn't something like that. Huh.
Can I,
But you wish us out of here.
Can I shoot a firebolt at the sun or the moon?
I mean, you definitely can try.
See if it like keeps going, or if it sees it hits something, at least within 120 feet. I'll just do that.
can I look around and see if it's like an illusion, or I don't know if that would be like a perception or.
It's not an illusion. And he already detected magic.
Sure.
You
It
are
would
in
have
a
given
magic
off.
place.
It would have given off specifically illusion magic.
Did you get a magic school type? I think.
Was it a specific school, or is it just
It is transmutation.
transmutation?
Oh fuck.
What does that mean? Like someone transformed us here?
Or someone turned the bait shop into this.
We got baited.
We got baited. We got hook, line, and
Son of
sinkered.
a-
As you're kind of looking around trying to assess the situation, you notice that the moon begins to crescent more, becomes almost eclipse-like, and it's kind of slow. You're not sure exactly what's like, whether it's another planet or whatever. It's kind of making the light a little bit dimmer and a little bit dimmer and a little bit dimmer until eventually there's just a sliver, and then eventually it goes completely out. And then it opens back up again, and you see that there's a large eye staring down at all of you, where the moon used to be.
Like a beholder eye?
It's hard to say.
That's a big eye.
Hi.
I think somebody's watching us, or something.
Does it remind me of my previous dreams with creepy ass eye?
Something
monster?
about it, I mean, yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
seems like familiar, but it's hard to pinpoint it.
Yeah, this is somewhat similar to my other dreams that I told you guys about.
So you do have dreams like this. So this is your dream, and we're just all here.
I'm not sure if it's a dream or.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't think it's a
Yeah.
dream.
You have said my name.
I? What's your name?
Belzenlock.
Oh, hi.
You have invoked my spirit, my essence, my power. Do you pledge your loyalty?
What do you stand for, and what's the benefits look like for medical?
You waste my time.
Yeah. Probably.
I see all.
I see what you did there.
You see some of the stars begin to grow in shape, and it looks like several eyes sort of form around the central eye. My eyes see all. My eyes are everywhere.
Are you the one that's been watching me?
I watch everything.
Do you think he knows about the bag of holding?
No, probably not.
Now he does.
for what you're not prepared to find.
What would make someone prepared to find?
That's up for you to decide.
That's not very vague and unhelpful.
Mm-hmm.
If I need to define it for you, then you're not ready.
We're just not seeing
Again,
eye to
vague and unhelpful.
You're all insects.
So we've heard.
And yet you've tangled your destinies into things much bigger than you. Dragons. Fear me.
I doubt that.
So, Mr. Smart Frog, how do you plan on getting out of here?
Number one, I like to be referred as Mr. Bullywog. Number two, eyes are susceptible to infective conjunctivitis. So, if I were to fart real good, you gonna get pink eye. And that is just gonna suck, because you are all eye. You gonna itch real bad.
You said my name. I assumed that you were looking for me. Only the foolish would call out my name. Or those wanting to serve me.
I like to say that I butchered your name, because I don't speak great common. So maybe you misunderstood, and I was saying like, Balzamon.
I doubt that.
Yeah, you know, it's from a different series, but could be.
She goes to a different school. You wouldn't know it.
She's in Canada.
Totally real though.
Roll.
Well, you know, you hear things and you're like, oh, that person, cool. And that's it. I think you had, I think you're getting a little jumpy on the gun there.
I am going to let you go.
Oh, cool. Because you don't want pink eye.
Because you have no idea what you're dealing with.
We have a better idea if you let us know.
My eyes see all, and they are everywhere. If you want some free advice, trust no one. Not even each other.
Where's Gulk?
Yeah, if you see all, motherfucker.
Yeah, got his ass.
Well, if you saw all, he'd know. We have no idea who the fuck he is anyway.
That's true.
So
he's really contradicting himself.
Exactly.
What up?
Wiki burn.
You'll be seeing Gulk real soon.
Shit. That's not good.
He does know where he is.
Or he's bluffing.
We'll just say that he's transcended.
Is that another deity? Jesus, these things just multiplying.
Gulk
He has
Jesus.
been accepted into the fold.
The fold? What does that even mean?
My fold. He's one of my eyes.
You traitor.
But the question is why? Why, right? That doesn't even make any sense. You didn't even know who I was. You still really don't.
Yeah.
My plans don't need to be explained to the simple-minded. Stay out of my way. And if you know what's good for you, that trinket that you carry, Fox, I'd get rid of it. There are a lot of people looking for it. Including some friends of yours. And some friends of the card player. I see a lot from the stars because they're always shining down on you. Plus, I have eyes everywhere. Now, I will let you go. Stay out of my way. Don't come looking for me again. you see the eyes, they grow and expand until it looks like a bright beam of white above you. And then it fades out, and you're all back in the hook, line, and sinker.
Boy, I had the weirdest dream.
Wasn't a dream.
It actually was a dream. You guys did get your long rest.
Oh, we did?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
Woohoo!
Cool.
Fig slowly turns to Lemmy.
I see his turn, I'll just turn.
The card is back in your deck.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Fig. That thing was trying to turn us against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't trust that guy. I mean,
Nothing he said was true.
He's trying to fuck with our heads. True, not true. You don't know when it comes to that thing.
Well,
He must have got the lamp confused for the 500 gold I gave the dwarf guy. It
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
do you have
Friends?
friends
I do
looking
have
for
friends.
my lamp?
Nope.
Do I believe him?
Yeah, I'd like to insight
Yeah.
check.
Here
you
comes
get one, either deception or persuasion roll.
Fuck.
I cannot roll tonight, aside from that one roll.
Gosh, yeah, I haven't rolled double digits tonight.
Good luck.
It doesn't necessarily say you beat me.
It doesn't, but I. Good luck.
He already blew his heroic
Yeah,
inspiration.
it's
He
gone.
did. He did.
Wait, he's a human. He gets it at the end of a long rest.
Oh, damn.
I'm too good.
You can't stop Gambit. Middle-aged balding Gambit for some reason. You're ruining my fantasy.
I will cast silvery barbs on him.
Ooh.
Does that require a verbal or somatic component?
It does.
Then he would know that you're casting the spell.
Yeah. We're all paying attention.
I mean, you can cast it, but
yeah.
everyone in the room would know that you cast it.
Come on, Dravenvay, spill the beans.
Okay. I only need one dice.
Yeah.
That's a fucking
That's
crit.
insane.
Wow.
Didn't you already roll?
No, that was the first roll. I haven't done anything. We can watch the film. I've been
I
sitting
mean,
here.
I believe you.
Yep.
What's your total?
Way higher than mine. I
Deception,
got -1
26.
or 19.
My 16 can't beat the.
I got a 6.
You guys seem to believe what he says.
I seem to believe him, but I don't. Same time.
See, that thing was just fucking with us. Like,
He still trusts you. He still trusts you, but he does still seem suspicious.
This is exactly how it goes in our Thursday game, too.
Almost lost my cool.
No, I'm not a vampire. No, I don't know anything about vampires. Never happened.
what's a vampire?
You didn't ask if I was a vampire.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to end tonight's session. Maybe you guys will actually leave Waterdep next week because there's no more things preventing you from leaving.
Well, we got
Tried.
this team issue now.
Yeah, we gotta go to the.
We need a morale check.
We gotta go to Gustus Hall to talk to Liz about this.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.
Woohoo! Thank
We
you.
will be back next week, continuing the adventures in the Waterdep Deep campaign, I guess.
Yep. Dragon Heist.
But I